Hobbs takes place April 20th and 21st. Enjoy mouthwatering treats from food trucks, check out vendor booths, and jump into a variety of family-friendly activities throughout the day. Ready to hit the courts? Register now at Macker.com and secure your spot in the Ultimate Basketball Showdown. Be sure to check out our social media channels for the latest news and updates as we advance to the tournament. Register now at Macker.com and don't miss out on the excitement of the Hobbs Downtown Slam and Jam Tournament April 20th and 21st.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Thought you said we were going to do something fun.
This is fun.
Pizza and Netflix? Are you kidding me?
It's a good movie.
I'm done with you.
Are you tired of the same old routine? Life gets boring, doesn't it? Well, it's party time at Cal's Cactus Lanes, now under new management.
We're out with the old and in with the new.
It's time for some.
Oh, yeah.
Come check out the new and improved party place and bring the family for some cosmic bowling fun every Friday and Saturday. You want to throw a party?
I love parties.
Well, let the good times roll at Cal's Cactus Lanes. And when you're done rolling strikes, visit Cal's Shade Western for the best drinks this side of the Mississippi.
I thought we lived on the Pecos.
Cal's Cactus Lanes, now newly remodeled and under new management. You can even book your parties there. Call 575-887-1933 or go by 1611 South Canal Street in Carlsbad.
It's amazing.
Cal's Cactus Lanes is an equal opportunity employer. Apply within.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
The forecast on this Thursday down to 85 as temperatures from Roswell's 76 degrees. The Carlsbad Artesia to 81 degrees this afternoon. And the middle 70s for Hobbs and Lovington this afternoon. That's going to be a very nice day today. Tomorrow, temperatures go to 81 degrees at our radio studios in Lovington and 86 degrees in Carlsbad. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
You guys ready?
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
And I want to make sure I get the quote exactly right.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
Welcome to the show.
Today is a very special day.
Today is National Pet Day.
It's celebrated every year on April 11th.
Say, what type of pet do you have? It's a dog.
My pet iguana.
Pet tarantula.
Snake for a pet.
He's my pet snail.
A squirrel.
This is our pet.
A family pet.
Eagle-y is your pet eagle.
Today is National Pet Day.
Showtime.
And good morning to you. It is another day in paradise. We want to hear about your pets today since it is National Pets Day. Barbershop Quartet Day also going on. Tom, you ever in a barbershop quartet?
I was when I was a kid.
When you were a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, give us a demonstration of what you guys used to sing.
Well, I was in a Catholic choir.
No. Whoa, let me just tell you a whole bunch. There's a lot of difference between a barbershop quartet and a Catholic choir.
Me and my brother in Eloy, Arizona.
Go ahead and give us a sample there, Tom.
So we
just a sample.
Well, because my mother wanted us to go back to church, and so.
Okay, so Ave Maria. Give us
I'm not asking for the background. I'm just asking for a damn sample.
Well, you guys don't like me to sing anyway, so that was when I was a kid.
We're welcoming the opportunity. Go ahead.
I don't
Let her rip.
What do they sing in Catholic churches nowadays?
Ave Maria.
Oh my God. First of all, you said you were a member of a barbershop quartet.
Yeah.
Yeah. International Louie Day going on, National Alcohol Screen Day, Cheese Fondue Day, 8-Track Tape Day, Pet Day, Ranch Water Day, get you some of that, Submarine Day, and World Parkinson Disease Remembrance Day going on today. It is going to be an awesome day today. In case you haven't checked the weather, check out the weather this morning, being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, scenic Mayhill, New Mexico. When you go to their Facebook page, you might notice something kind of unusual this time of the year. A little snow. Maybe it's melted off. Or maybe it's still there. You might be surprised because they got snow a couple days ago. Crazy. And if you're looking for a place to get away with the love of your life, or you want to take the kids up to the mountains, go to Mayhill, camptallpines.com for more information. Lots of stuff to do, mountain biking and disc golf and fishing and high ropes, low ropes, lots of stuff to do. And if you just want to get away for a cozy, romantic getaway, cozy cabins are available, raised platform campsites, and RV hookups. Scott and Jamie Miller have done an awesome job since they purchased the place, updating everything. And if you're thinking about taking the entire office up to a big retreat or a family reunion or a church gathering, camptallpines.com is the place to go. 575-687-4101. Sunny skies today. It's going to be beautiful. 75 for the high, 48 tonight, and then 81 coming up for tomorrow. But we've got some wind in the forecast for tomorrow. 30-mile-an-hour winds, 25 to 30-mile-an-hour winds expected for tomorrow. And so another windy day in the forecast. And it should be gone, though, they say, by Saturday night. Really Friday night and the Saturday is when we're going to get the majority of that weather. But close to 90 on Sunday and Monday. But the wind will return Monday night. 5-day forecast. Check it out, W105radio.com. Thursday edition of BM, the Breakfast Club, being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. They're racing tomorrow night and Saturday. If you're looking for something to do, Hobbs Airfield Speedway, TNT Prep Track is going to be running on Friday night. And then Saturday, the Superchargers are back. Just a reminder, you want to take the kids to see the Superchargers? They're going to be at Tate Branch in Hobbs, and 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the Lovington Highway. Check that out. And, big races going on Saturday at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Bracket races and the Southwest Superchargers, box, no box, junior dragsters, street bikes, and more. If you need more information, follow them Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And 575-631-5099. So the wind returns coming up just in time for Friday night into Saturday. But other than that, much warmer temperatures for the beginning of the week. Inflation accelerated in March, third straight month, keeping prices painfully high for millions of Americans, and likely delaying the interest rates being cut by the Fed. The Federal Reserve was supposed to cut interest rates, but we are doubting that that's going to happen. Or if you want to translate all this the way Carrie Jean-Pierre does, the economy is booming, everything is great.
Sure. If that was the case, they would have done it in March, the last chance they had to do that. And I predicted back then that the interest rates would not come down, and I said they won't come down in June either.
Yep. This is why we need Bill Belichick and Tom Brady to come back. After all, nobody knows how to deflate better than those two individuals. They need to go to Washington, D.C. U.S. Postal Service asking, guess what? Another price increase.
Get out. Go and buy your Forever stamps now.
Yeah, just in the last 3 months, after the price. So 3 months ago, they got the last price increase. And they're arguing with more funding, they can ensure envelopes and packages delivery will be only late by 1 week. Okay, just late by 1 week.
Yeah, but can you imagine? They want a regular stamp to be 73 cents.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
What was it when
Tom,
you were a kid?
remember?
I don't even remember.
Going
10 cents maybe?
3 years ago, I sent a package via the Postal Service
Right.
to the Social Security Administration, and they lost my damn package. And the lady on the phone in Birmingham, Alabama, told me, she said, "This is an employee. This is a supervisor of the Postal Service." She told me, "Sir, we have containers out here, and it's probably in one of those containers. They haven't sorted through it yet." And then she said, "If you really wanted to get there, you should send it FedEx." Oh, boy, that's a great testimonial. And here's the problem I have with the Postal Service. Quit worrying about elections being the drop-off point for ballots, and get back to doing what you know what needs to happen? Privatize the damn Postal Service. Be done with it, because you guys need to get off the American teat. Time and time again, if FedEx and UPS can bring home record profits, and you guys are just sucking us dry. And I'm not mad, and I'm not upset with the local postal workers, because you guys out there, it's the bureaucrats sitting in the damn office. And when is it time to say, live within your means? Live within your means.
Typical Americans can't do that. I don't care who they are. That's part of the problem.
Well, let me tell you who can, though, Blake.
Oh, I totally.
UPS and FedEx.
But they don't do it in their personal life. Why would they do it in their professional life?
I guess. But look, this has been going on for years. The Postal Service has lost money. And their latest excuse has been, well, if we wouldn't have signed that deal with Amazon, well, who told you to sign the damn deal? If it was a bad deal, you walk away.
Or renegotiate.
I mean, it's like Mickey Mouse running the damn Postal Service. And it's at the top. It's not.
Right.
It's not the local
folks. No, the local folks do everything they can, and they're always.
And they're frustrated.
Yes,
they're frustrated. They don't want to be in charge of ballot boxes and all that other crap. No. But it's time for the Postal Service to say, we need to revamp our entire business model. You need to blow it up and start over.
Yeah.
And I know it's a sacred cow. It's a sacred cow. But people are not mailing like they used to. When's the last time you mailed a bill?
I just did a change of address.
Right.
But the point is, people are not mailing checks like they used to. And many companies are moving towards online statements. So,
yeah, and even, paperless billing.
Yeah.
There you go. First-time women's college championship game at basketball had a bigger audience than the men. 18.9 for the women, 14.4 for the men. Yet the women game got 99% less money than the men's game. Look. This is, Tom, what's that called? An anomaly? It really is. Caitlin Clark brought the women's.
That's right.
Women's sport to a whole nother level. Go and look at the WNBA numbers, and they're crying they should make the same as the NBA. By the way, has not made a profit since it started. The NBA is footing the bill for the women. Sure is.
Well, following that same logic, every morning show should make the top Howard Stern money, right? I mean, that's the same logic.
No doubt.
That's the same logic.
Tom, how do you feel that the guy across town is making more money than you? That's totally unfair.
Well, now he is, or they are. I'm retired now.
Totally unfair.
Are you?
Yeah.
When did you retire?
Yeah, dude, you've been retired for about the last 10 years. Jay Leno has been declared the conservator for his wife. She is suffering from dementia. Thoughts and prayers. Jay Leno is just such a nice guy, too.
That's what everyone
Chaves
says.
County Police. Yeah. Chaves County Police on the scene of the 1400 block of West Hendricks in reference to a shooting. Units responded after a young man called 911, stated that he had been shot, possibly by one of his friends. Male victim was seen walking to a nearby ambulance and transported to Easton Medical Center. That's pretty much developing story. This happened last night. It's pretty much all we know at this time. So much news coming out of Roswell in the last several weeks. It's unbelievable. Something's got to give. The governor issued an executive order to strengthen cybersecurity within New Mexico state agencies. Blake, you know why she did this?
Well, she's trying to protect them from us getting the public information.
Well, Highlands is shut down, the university, and I don't have that story in front of me. It's in my stack. I think it's April 14th. They will not go back to class because they got a cyber attack against them. And I don't know why you shut down the whole damn school kids don't have to go to school.
They shut it down so that they can't do anything. They can't pull any information. They can't do any of that. And so that's always the way they do that. And that's why she wants to have, she wants to call the special session for public safety, but really only wants to deal with panhandlers. She doesn't want to deal with any issues like border issues or actual crime issues.
Oh, border issues.
This is the same.
We can't deal.
But this is the same thing. When they shut that down, it's like, okay, well, we can't have the hackers doing anything in this system because, we got to protect these students. And so at that point, you can't get any information. Well, that's the public's information. Oh, no, you don't have a right to it anymore. There's no rights are absolute. Like she said.
House Republicans yesterday blocked a bill reauthorizing the controversial FISA program. Tom, what does FISA stand for?
I don't know.
Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. And here's the key. Foreign is the key word there. Blake, was it just foreigners they were looking into?
No.
They were looking into Americans.
Way more than anyone foreign.
American. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, when they're hacking to our email and hacking into Tom's phone, by the way, they were quite surprised, some of the videos on that phone. They were like, holy crap.
Well, Tom said they might have put those videos there.
Right. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, guys, speaking of that, there's a huge scam going on. A friend of mine called me yesterday. Tom, did you see where the government is giving away anywhere from $6,400 to $29,000 just for applying for it? I said, what? So I began researching it last night, and the government hasn't authorized any of that at all. So I said, this is a scam,
Tom,
dude.
Who called you?
A friend of mine. He asked
Who?
me. Well,
or did somebody send you a message on Facebook?
No,
because that's the way that scam goes down.
And that's what he said. They're doing that. So I researched. The government is not giving any money.
There's somebody more gullible than you, is what you're telling me?
Well, yeah, but plus you got to.
And they go to you for advice.
Well, plus they're asking for your checking number. That's where they scam you right there.
My God.
Yes, never give out personal information to anyone.
Unless, Tom, what's your Social Security number?
I'm going to give it away.
It's just B. Go ahead.
Right.
I mean, just tell me. It's okay.
So,
I won't tell anybody.
Speaking of scam, did using.
Did you mess up my story to bring up the story about your friend,
yes.
Mr. Gullible? Yes. Did you really screw up the story about the Pfizer warrants to talk about
it's in the same neighborhood.
The scam that's been going on for like 20 years?
Oh, this one's a new scam. I mean,
which
no,
way?
Tom,
Which
this
way?
scam has been going on for like 20 years.
Which way you want to go now, B?
Go.
You want to keep going?
crap.
You want to go on scams?
Oh.
If you see this in your Facebook, ignore it. Do not.
Oh my
follow it,
Lord!
okay?
By God.
It's true. Don't.
Can we get back to the damn Pfizer warrants where they're finding out what's on your phone?
I guess. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think I got him off track by saying they could have put the video there.
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right, 624. I got to get to the tweet of the day, thought for the day, and more. Do you consider New Mexico a green state?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that story, and I was not quite surprised with the black people showing love in Atlanta, Georgia for Donald Trump. I have been preaching this for more than a year, that black people are flipping. I will play, and if you didn't see the video,
you're going to have to go search for it because it's not in the top things anymore.
the very, very attractive black woman that went up to Trump. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get to that. Trump was like, in my younger days, I'd have been all up in this. Talk to Stormy Daniels about that. And more information about that Pecos Elementary School teacher that was threatened. They made an arrest yesterday. So we'll get to that story. Tweet of the day this morning. Tom, you have any more information about scams?
Well, just don't give your money, don't give your checking account number, because they will scam you and you're
Who the hell would give their checking account out?
People
I have to know.
There are some people who fall for it because the scammers play on their heartstrings.
Are you struggling to pay your bills? This and that. Would you like more money?
No, really. Well, more of the way that works, Tom, is for those, they're using AI voice things too.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, I'm in trouble. Hey, Dad. Hey, son. Hey, daughter. So they're doing those kinds of things, or texting that way, or they play on your greed.
I'm thinking you are directly talking about somebody's Facebook gets hacked into, and then they start sending messages to their friends. Because I've probably gotten 100 of these that say, "Hey, have you heard about the brand new program, federal program, where they could give you up to $120,000 and non-repayable?" And I'm just like,
yeah, never.
And I'm usually I usually play with these people. Oh, please do tell.
Yeah, don't believe it. If
I'm
going
to make them work. Yeah. All right, let's get to the tweet of the day. Before we get to that, morning show being brought to you by Janco Janitorial, 324 West Main in Artesia, specializing in industrial janitorial cleaning for commercial sites, oil field sites, and in did I say industrial? They clean pretty much everything, and their folks are all certified, pathogen certified, hazmat certified, and PPE certified. Need them to do the cleaning or need cleaning supplies? They have commercial grade cleaning supplies. 575-703-1869. You can find them at www.jancojanitorial.com. Tom, I got to admit, sometimes you make my head hurt and you get me off track. My head feels like somebody just hit me with a hammer. And it's like the stupid hammer. It's just like hit me right upside the head.
It's that cartoon hammer they pull out of nowhere. Big mallet.
I mean, I'm just like,
boing.
Are you really going there? We're talking about them spying on Americans. And you bring up the scam.
Well, somebody's scamming on Americans. We had to get that out.
I'm sorry. I blame that one on me. I blame that one on me for saying,
Blake, would you?
For saying that they put the video on his phone.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tom, for getting that pertinent public service announcement out. Thank you.
What we do, baby.
PSA, don't fall for scams.
Yes. Tweet of the day being brought to you by King Driving Academy, 1430 West Bender and Hobbs, and 4-week CDL training school. They are taught by a state-certified instructor. No computer, no books, everything hands-on learning. They do 2 weeks of theory and 2 weeks on-the-road training, getting you ready to go take that CDL. Find them today, and you can call them at 575-441-7835 or 1430 West Bender. Mention being the Breakfast Club or W105 and save $500 on your enrollment. Tommy Tuberville, Representative Tuberville, has been on fire lately talking about Social Security. By the way, somebody yesterday, I had posted something, if $20 an hour is the going rate for sustainable living, why is why isn't folks everybody on Social Security making at least $20 an hour?
Right.
So he told me that, well, because you folks have nothing to offer. Oh, we have plenty to offer. And by the way, that's our money, so get your hands off of it. But Tommy Tuberville talks about Social Security. Here's what he had to say. Tweet of the day.
It's all a scam. I mean, we got people that's getting ready to retire that's going to try to live off $2,000 to $3,000. Impossible. It's impossible. Because what happens, it comes up here, we spend it. We're $35 trillion in debt. We don't have any money. We're dead broke. And then taxpayers have $2 trillion in credit card debt. We are in huge trouble. In this body, we had better start figuring that out, because we're going to have a run on this city here soon, and there's going to be about 150 million people coming up here saying, where's our damn money that we paid in? I could have put my Social Security money 40 years in tax in the market and probably be worth 8 to 10 million today. But the federal government wasted it. So I'll get off my horse there. But it's good that we have this, because we got, I get a pension check from education. I was part of a union. It's not going to help people. People are going to have to continue to work longer and longer. Am I right, Ms. Gender? Can you say something about Social Security and it being taxed for some reason? We're taxing people for the second time on Social Security that they put into an account.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out when Social Security was first founded, those who established it, it was started out as a 2% tax, and they said this will never take more than 6% of your income. Today it takes 12.4%, and depending on whether you go with CBO or Social Security trustees, it needs to take between 15.8 and 17.5%.
And they took our money. So our money that we paid in and our employers' money is not there anymore. They wasted it. They opened up the lockbox and wasted it. All of it's gone. And he's right. The day that they stop sending me my Social Security check, I'll be at the Capitol. And you can call it an insurrection. You can call it whatever the hell you want. Because you guys are a bunch of thieves. That's what you are. You took my money. Tom, will you join me?
I'll be first in line. What are you talking about?
To what? Get a free buffet?
Yeah. If there's a line, he's the first one in it. I'll be in there.
Thank you, Tom. Despite the woke eco-left New Mexico, the Green Deal, we're one of the least green states in America. According to a brand new report by Wallet Hub, New Mexico is one of the least green states, ranking low on many of the 25 metrics identified by this report. So the land of enchantment with the Democrat legislators and the governor calling for climate change legislation to kill the oil and gas industry. One such legislation was the 2019 Green New Deal, calling the Energy Transition Act to completely annihilate fossil fuel by 2035. On the scale of 1 to 50, 1 being the best green state and 50 being the worst green state, New Mexico came in at 46 in air quality, 50th in soil quality, 45th in water quality, and 35 in energy consumption per capita. 36 also in gas consumption per capita. According to the study, New Mexico ranks overall at least 9th least green state. By the way, Wallet Hub dubbed California the most green state, while West Virginia took the last place. Wallet Hub appears to mark high electric vehicle use and solar panels and other so-called climate change efforts into the calculation, but we still fell very low as far as being green.
Yeah, because we have a lot of solar farms and stuff.
Yeah. So this is what they're calling the green new scam.
And
That's
does
what that is.
West Virginia, the worst, and New Mexico, the 9th least green, and I would bet that the others in between have in common?
Democratic states.
That could be one. What do you want to bet that it's prevalence of natural resources?
Oh,
that are
Tom,
used
what does West Virginia have?
Coal.
For coal.
Yeah. Ding ding.
Oh, coal's bad, Tom. Coal is bad. We can't have any coal firing plants. Oh, wait, we got one in New Mexico. No, they're shutting it down.
Right.
But we had one.
Yeah. And
you're
they're shutting it down.
But I would be willing to bet you that states like Wyoming, Montana are also on there for those same reasons.
Yep. Black supporters to Donald Trump in Atlanta at Chick-fil-A said, I don't care what the media says about you. We support you. Former President Donald Trump greeted with enthusiasm at Chick-fil-A in Atlanta while paying for 30 shakes and chicken dinners for everybody. And the black folks saying that they love him. And one came over and she gave him a hug and wanted to take a picture with him. And the staff was just so nice to him. They all smiled. Nobody said one ill word to Donald Trump. Now, the media wants you to believe that black folks hate Donald Trump.
And they all came out of the kitchen and everything, like all the workers, not just the front counter workers. It was all of them, all the kitchen workers, all the other the people in the dining room. They all came out to see him.
So, Tom, back in the day, Atlanta was a heartbeat of Black Wall Street and all kind of other stuff. And we have lied to black youths for a long time about slavery, about what party ended slavery, and so on and so forth. We have lied. I guarantee you get 100 African-American youths in a room, and you ask which party ended slavery, and I guarantee you at least 98 is going to say, oh, it was the Republicans that put us in chains. I guarantee you. And they'll say the Democrats saved us.
Well, if you remember, that was all part of LBJ's plan. Because they realized that the tide was turning, and they had to make sure that they got the African American vote, and so they put that whole plan in place.
I think Donald Trump is the Democrats' worst horror story because of black folks, and I think because look. Do you think Joe Biden would just walk into a Chick-fil-A and meet and greet people?
No. He went to a union meeting and then he went to a union meeting and then yelled at the guy and said, "I don't work for you."
Yeah. A woman charged and accused of being the getaway driver in Albuquerque for multiple murders. This woman is no stranger to police and is now accused of being a getaway driver for robberies. Brooke Hefty, along with Isadora Gallegos, now facing robbery charges with a deadly weapon. Police say beginning February 5th, Hefty and Gallegos robbed multiple stores, motels, and restaurants. And now they say that Hefty was the getaway driver and issued a warrant for arrest. She has been charged with armed robbery and also with having a deadly weapon. She has been charged. Man with the gun pulling up at Pecos Elementary School. Police arrested the man yesterday in Roswell, pointing a gun at the kindergarten teacher outside of the Southeast Roswell Elementary School. Criminal complaint filed in Chaves County Magistrate Court. Dakota Hoover, 18 years old, was found by police and arrested on the 200 block of Mesa Avenue after multiple call-outs. Officers learned that the owner that had a male subject in a shed. Police apprehended Hoover. When he emerged from the outer building, Hoover's now faces 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and supposedly it was a BB gun. And $25,000 bond has been set for Hoover by Judge Casey Rogers. The arrest of Hoover came Tuesday afternoon, and hours after Hoover and 2 other men pulled up the Pecos Elementary School about 7:30 a.m. in the morning in a 2018 Ford Edge. Criminal complaint says that he leaned out the window, yelled at the teacher, threatened to shoot her with a silver handgun that he was holding, and yelled all kind of obscenities to her. Then he tried to rob 2 boys, teenage boys, that were walking down the road. He ordered them to give him his backpack. Surveillance video of both incidents were captured, and the license plate of the vehicle was also captured. Looks like he is not charged with any other arrest as of this morning. When Hoover is questioned by police, the criminal complaint said that Hoover told them that the vehicle belonged to his mother and that he pulled the gun because he and 2 other men were bored and decided to scare somebody.
So
he
why
claimed
weren't
that both the weapons were BB guns.
Why weren't the other 2 charged?
Maybe they haven't located them yet.
One of my sources called me today before we went on the air and said those 2 other men have been arrested, and there was a loaded gun that was pointed at the teacher. The BB gun was pointed at 2 other students, but it wasn't at that school, according to my source. So they have been arrested, though. I don't think.
Yeah, that would be the 2 teenage boys that were walking down the street in the story.
So supposedly the other 2 men are 18 and 19-year-olds, and
that were in the car.
With the guy pointing the gun at the.
So I don't have anything on that yet. So maybe a report has not come out. Yeah. But by the way, if you're bored, go get a damn job.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, go get a job. Just get a job. Ted Cruz yesterday deemed the border crisis an invasion, and 2/3 of voters agree with the word invasion. Rasmussen poll released shows that 2/3 of Americans believe that this is an invasion and blame it all on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. State Department mandates support for DEI ideology. Before you can be promoted, you have to take the DEI course.
Oh, my God.
You are judged. So the State Department implementing the policy to condition eligibility for promotions on an employee's ability to pass a loyalty test in diversity, equity, and inclusion. What a pile of horse manure.
What is going on in this country? Are all of us who are common sense, hardworking, regular folks, are we just all out to lunch? Are we not paying attention? What is going on? Because,
and by the way, the director of this program, Gina Abercrombie Winstanley, is a Marxist. And you have to take a pledge to loyalty and inclusion, equity, and diversity. You know who I take a pledge to? The only thing I take a pledge to is the Lord Jesus Christ. And we need to get back to promoting people based, not on color of skin, not on sexual gender, but based on their ability to do the job.
Why don't they do a Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? I bet they
that
don't
would
do
be
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
No. John Kennedy, corners a State Department worker yesterday about Iran and the $6 billion. Whatever happened to that $6 billion? Remember we paid the $6 billion for the hostages?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that money? I thought that, we had sanctions against Iran. So where's the money? Oh, the money's in Qatar. Listen to this.
So the money's in Qatar, in a bank in Qatar?
Yes.
Now, what do you think? Who controls that bank in Qatar?
Those banks are controlled by those individuals who run that financial institution.
I see. So if President Biden says Qatar Bank, don't give this money to Iran, and the Qatar government says give the money to Iran, who do you think the Qatar Bank's going to listen to, Mr. Secretary?
So, Senator, those banks in Qatar value greatly their ability to have a relationship with the United States. Right. That's how they make money.
Do you believe in the tooth fairy?
Ultimately, if we cut off those banks, they will no longer be able to make money.
Do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
So, Senator, while I understand your point, fundamentally, none of that money has gone to Iran, and that money is not going to go directly to Iran.
So bring the American money back home
Mm-hmm.
and take it out of the third-party hand. Why are we giving the money to Qatar? And by the way, the Qatar bank, you know who they're going to listen to?
Mm-hmm.
The Qatar government.
Look, I have an idea. Remember when we had a president who named Donald Trump and he wouldn't just send all of our tax money overseas? Why don't we try that again?
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, we got Steve McCutcheon was on Fox News yesterday, so I got some cuts from that. I'll get to that next. Morning show being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill and Barbecue, serving up breakfast right now. Get in there. They open every morning at 6 and serve the breakfast that you would love. You got to get in there to try it.
Mm-hmm.
811 West Main in Artesia. Call in advance, 575-736-2573. Want them to prepare meals for everybody on location? Not a problem. In the office? Not a problem. Cater your next big party? Not a problem. Lunch, they've got the same great menu, plus barbecue now. 811 West Main in Artesia. Before I get to the Steve McCutcheon, and I got a story about, I got many stories to get to. Let me say this. Somebody sent an email to Will yesterday saying that it was illegal for us to talk about presidential elections. And that he would report us to the FCC. Let me start here. Number one, our First Amendment rights gives us the opportunity, just like MSNBC and CBS, to speak our minds on subjects, including presidential elections. Mm-hmm. And by the way, if you wanted to call and oppose our point of view, we give you the opportunity every morning.
That's right.
So, Chicken Little, quit being a chicken and call in if you oppose our way of views. And quit threatening the FCC. Because maybe you ought to report, I don't know, MSNBC, because they're damn sure talking about presidential elections. They have tortured and crucified Donald Trump going on how many years? 4, and then now another 3. Tom, how many years is that?
I think that's, 11?
Oh, dang.
I mean, it's ongoing.
Yeah.
That they have crucified him. So if we didn't have the opportunity to speak about presidential elections, and by the way, we get lots of emails, but I'm just going to say it. This is one of the dumbest ever. And by the way, before you get online, Mr. Keyboard Warrior, and send out the email, maybe you should do some research.
Mm-hmm.
Look up First Oh, my First Amendment rights.
Now, I know
wow.
that his ilk really want to do away with the First Amendment because they don't want you to have the opportunity to speak.
Yes, no doubt, but it's still here. All right, thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable, boom or bust. They are there for you. Find them at wakefieldoil.com. Need interstate batteries? They've got those. Diesel, DEF, unleaded. They can deliver all that on-road or off-road. wakefieldoil.com. You can also check them out on Facebook. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. Thought for the day, remember back when Trump was president. The United States was the biggest oil producer in the world. Just my thought for the day this morning. Tom, we got Steve McCutcheon, the interview on Fox News coming up. But, I mean, yesterday you nailed the whole idea that the moon was a planet. And so let's roll now to earthquakes. I'm sure you're an expert on earthquakes. Tom, can you tell us about the San Andreas Fault?
The San Andreas Fault is a fault line that traces where those earthquakes will go. For example, most of them are set in California. I think this one's in California.
He's been taking history lessons with Kamala.
So,
by the way, California is on alert as the San Andreas Fault hints that an earthquake could be soon.
Yeah,
and Tom, where do you think that thing's going to hit?
Probably California.
Oh, okay.
I like how
God
he said
bless you.
how he went from San Andreas Fault to all faults, and they're all in California. No.
Yes.
No.
U.S. credit card delinquency rate is at the highest record, according to the Federal Reserve Bank. Is that a surprise?
No.
Yeah. People are cutting up their credit cards and still carrying debt, and the delinquency rate is at the highest point in the history of America. Biden claims the economy victory slapped back by the worst than expected inflation report. Mm-hmm. President Biden's economy got a gut punch yesterday when the hotter than expected inflation report was dropped, revealing 3.5% increase over the last 12 months, the highest year-over-year increase since last September. The Consumer Price Index data that was released said that we are continuously seeing increase in car insurance, groceries, electricity, gas. New parents and pet owners are feeling the pinch when it comes to baby food and dog food. And food prices are now up 30% over 2021. Pet prices up 23%. Prices have risen 3.5% in March. Mortgage rate continues to be hovering around 6.82%. By the way, in January 2021, the rate was 2.65. Gas prices, January 2021, $2.39. Today, $3.39. But all is good. Bidenomics is working. It's working. Yeah. If they say it enough, you'll keep believing it, just like the scam. You will believe it. All right, Steve McCutcheon. Tom, Steve McCutcheon is running for
state senator. He was appointed by the governor back in December, I believe. And
well, he was nominated by the Eddy County Commission.
Right. And then the governor,
because she had to choose from whoever the county's nominated. Now the choices were Larry Scott and Steve McCutcheon.
Right. He was county commissioner of Eddy County at the time.
Yes. So Steve McCutcheon makes an appearance on the Terrence is it Terrence Faulkner? Yes. Program. Faulkner report, and he made the appearance. And I've got 3 sound bites. And let me just say, Steve McCutcheon, spot on about what's going on in this state. Here's Steve McCutcheon, cut number 1.
Republican State Senator Steve McCutcheon is with me now. Welcome in Focus. First of all, what are you seeing in New Mexico that registered, yeah, we got a problem?
Chris, thank you so much for having me on and shining a spotlight on this terrible issue that we have. Here, I was speaking to some of the sheriffs the last few days, and we have fentanyl apprehensions or fentanyl seizures up 300%. And they said, you know, the meth that they've been also apprehending is up exponentially. They're not getting eight balls of meth or anything like that. We're talking 100 pounds at a time. And so we've turned New Mexico in to a drug and human trafficking corridor just due to the vacuum and the dereliction of duty of the government officials. I mean, we're putting we're putting every citizen in New Mexico at a great risk, and those of the United States as well.
Steve McCutcheon continued to talk about the problems at the southern border.
The policies of the Biden administration have hurt every New Mexican, and the dereliction of duty from our local officials. You know, we see the efforts of Texas and to some extent Arizona trying to seal up that leaky pipeline. Well, what that does is puts more pressure on the center of the pipeline, which is New Mexico, and we're a little state that hasn't been in the news a whole lot. And I'll tell you what, our numbers are, our local law enforcement are the ones that are left picking up the slack on this. And not supported by our state.
And Steve is 100% correct. If Texas is tightening up their border, guess what? He alludes to that, talking about the animals. They opened up the gates for it so the animals could migrate. If they're smart enough, don't you think the coyotes will be smart enough?
You know, walls work. They simply do. And we see that by this latest court order to open up some of the gates for wildlife migration. So if the walls stop wildlife, surely they can stop humans. And they've gone in and they've cut some of these gates and left them wide open just under the name of wildlife migration, putting animals above people and safety. And we see that. Shoot, I think it was last week we had 2 incidences where there were illegal immigrants going into the schools at Santa Teresa to hide from the Border Patrol. You know, we see them apprehending a convicted sex offender that was, that had violently raped a girl in Kansas, and they arrested him on the border. I mean, this is just absolutely ridiculous that we would put animals over people.
Great job, Steve McCutcheon, representing New Mexico on Fox News last night.
I want to add to what he said right there, because he was talking about that sex offender. And they've arrested 54 convicted sex offenders in the last 6 months who have illegally crossed.
Yep. And New Mexico is doing nothing to shut our border down. Our governor does not care.
No.
Because she's going lockstep with the Biden administration.
Well, and our
These are potential voters.
our congressman that represents the 2nd Congressional District, all of which the border falls into, does not want to stop anything. He wants an open border and wants us to basically be northern Mexico.
Yep. He would love the opportunity for that to happen. All right, let's get to the price of oil this morning, being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers and Cud Energy Services. Right now, they are hiring a bunch of different people. Service supervisor and training program, they are looking for you, must have a CDL. Diesel mechanics, they're also looking for electric technicians, the E-techs. Equipment operator must have a CDL, and they're looking for pressure pump hands. Housing's available, great pay, and one of the best benefit packages in the industry. Apply today at greatoilfieldjobs.com or text Oilfield to 63566. They'll send you back a link with an application. Equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer at 658. Tom?
West Texas Intermediate, $85.69, $90.44 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas, $1.86.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name in southeast New Mexico. Need help? with construction or siding or windows or metal buildings, they have got you covered with all of that. From start to finish, these guys offer a solution, comprehensive solution to all your construction needs. And don't settle for anything that is not Seminole Siding and Construction. You want to settle for the best. They'll get the job done, and they'll meet your expectations because they have high expectations of their own. 575-391-1430, siding, metal buildings, looking for doors and windows. They've got you covered. Yeah, they've got you covered with all of that and more. Seminole Siding and Construction.com. Experts revealing the top jobs where people cheat. Top jobs where people cheat. Pilots and flight attendants, number 1 on the list.
Really?
Bankers and financiers, number 2 on the list. Doctors and nurses, number 3. And teachers came in at number 4.
I wonder
Retired news guys did not make the list.
No. Yeah, I would expect that not,
right.
That's the right thing. I wonder if you match those up with the top cheaters with the top people on OnlyFans, I wonder if those are the same.
Yeah, maybe. Just Tom in the text. I got 2 more stories and Biden sound bites, and then we'll take our break. 877-396-W105. BM The Breakfast Club, and, of course, KWMW Malgemore 105.1 FM.
Parkfield, California says this on Texter is where the San Andreas Fault is. They have it marked like a ruler so you can see how much the plates have moved. Beautiful town, nice people, says the text. Kind of similar like Tornado Alley.
The San Andreas Fault, just so everybody knows, we all know that that part of that fault is in California because you can see it, right? You can see it from satellite images. But it actually runs out into the ocean, goes up the coast, and joins back into another fault up in Alaska.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because if you look at all the fault lines around the world, they all join to other fault lines because it's part of, most of them lie along the Ring of Fire. There are others, but
yeah.
But it's a lot longer than just Southern California.
Texter says,
Tom, could you drive from California to Alaska?
You probably could. Get on a ferry and then go across over to Alaska, I guess. Or would you get a boat there, though, up in Russia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be the way. Yeah, you drive to Russia, and then you take a boat to Alaska.
That's where I do. That's the way Tom would do it. I would just drive through Canada, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you could go through California, take a ferry
to Russia,
and yeah.
Well,
no, not to Russia.
Well, Sarah Palin says she could see Russia from Alaska.
No, Sarah Palin didn't say she could. That was Tina Fey doing a comedy thing.
Oh, by God.
That was not Sarah Palin who said that.
Huh.
Continue, Tom.
All right, so Buddy's chiming in. This says, Tom, which total did you use to get 11? Okay, when we were at it up a minute ago. And I'm going to report UB to the FCC for making fun of Tom all the time. Laugh out loud. You guys be safe. God bless. Says the texter. You've been warned, brother.
Well, I just want you to know that whoever that person was that sent the dumb email that doesn't know about the First Amendment, he has not called, or she, either one. I don't know which one it is.
Well, and that's the crazy thing. We give you the opportunity to call in, and if you oppose our point of view, get after it.
I'm going to put you at the front of the line.
That.
Yeah. If you're,
I live for that. So please call in. All you liberals, please call in. And at this point, I don't know who could fight for Joe Biden, because I'm going to be honest with you. He ain't fighting for you. You know, he came out yesterday after this report, 3.5% increase in goods, and now he's going to go after the retailers who are struggling too. Their prices have gone up, so of course they're raising prices. But Blake, what he wants to do, he doesn't want them to make a profit, right?
Right. He thinks that they should give up all their profit so that his economic policy can look better.
Yeah. Well, here's a great plan. Quit spending so much money. Quit spending so much money. Quit giving our money away.
Well,
quit raising minimum wage.
If he does that, if he stops sending our money overseas, they can't launder it back into the Joe Biden criminal enterprise.
That's the problem. Man accused of shooting and killing his wife in Mesilla Valley was apprehended in Juarez, Mexico, officials say. Mesilla Marshals official announced that yesterday. 57-year-old Oscar Sandoval accused of killing his 39-year-old wife. He is now in custody in Doña Ana County Jail, where he belongs. Republican state senators urged the governor to call a special session to address the border. Republicans also sent a letter to Mayorkas and asked him if he could please do something about the southern border. What kind of response do you think they'll get?
Crickets.
Yeah, no response. None. Absolutely no response. And the Senate yesterday, good news on this, Senate struck down the Biden administration's climate regulations targeting car emissions.
That is good news.
And you might not believe this, but there were actually Republicans and Democrats that voted on this. And, I mean, look, the Senate, the majority is Democrats. Mm-hmm. And the Republicans were able to maybe talk some of the Democrats into it. And final vote, 53 to 47. So that's actually, look, this is actually good news. And Biden yesterday was working it. He was working it. Tom, what century are we in?
22nd.
Yes.
22nd.
Yes.
Joe Biden might correct you. Listen.
Elect me. I'm in the 20th century, 21st century.
Yeah. So, Tom, it'd be the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
21st. I mean, Joe got it wrong, but somebody whispered in his ear.
Yeah. So the easy way to remember this, Tom, is whatever the first part of that is, like we're in the 2 zeros, you are in the next number up from that century. So if you were in the 1900s, you were in the 20th century. If you're in the 2000s, you're in the 21st century. When we get to 21, you'll be in the 22nd century because it started at 1 instead of 0.
So we're ahead of it.
So if somebody's in the 18th century,
right,
they were in the 1700s.
So we're in the 21st century.
Tom,
correct. We're the 21st.
I want you to listen to Joe Biden reading from a card. And it was kind of embarrassing. He met with the Prime Minister of Japan. Prime Minister of Japan, a very strong leader. And he had a damn card. Mm-mm. Good day. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the United States. And Tom, you know I love you. I know you would do it the same way. Listen.
And it's tied to the hostages. There are a number of hostages that are being held by the Hamas. And yesterday we were meeting with the Vice President, our National Security Advisor before that. And they're American hostages as well. And they know.
And those birds are not in his brain. I just thought I would point that out. I know you heard them, but they're not in his brain. All right, we got to take a break. 7:07 BM, the Breakfast Club. Morning show. Go ahead.
You were in the Philippines, and you were talking about the Japanese prime minister a minute ago.
Yeah.
The Filipino
Philippines
president.
Will be there today.
Yeah, well, he met with them yesterday. And
did he?
Yeah, it's like $100 million trilateral deal that they're talking. And I saw a video of it, and while the Japanese prime minister was speaking, Joe Biden was looking at, it looked like his phone, but it was probably the cards that he was reading.
That's what he reads, yeah.
Right.
And he was just like not paying attention to the Japanese prime minister.
No.
But yeah, the Philippines,
it's
Marcos Jr., it's like $100 million or something that we're going to give, or $100 billion, something like that, like over the next 10 years. And I got to go back and look and find that story. I got to go find that.
And by the way, that's all. Look, there are two places in Asia that we need. We need our bases in Japan, strategic bases, and we need our bases in the Philippines. And there's one thing you can count on. The Japanese do not like the Chinese. Do not like them.
No.
They do not like them. And war in Asia will come sooner than probably later.
Here, I found it. It's $100
The Chinese have already said.
Yeah. $100 billion. Yeah, in the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah. And that's really all it says, is that that's the investment from the United States and Japan.
That's a ton of money. And you hear people talk about colonizers and this and that. I have read about some people like in Manila that say America was a colonizer of the Philippines. Most people I talk to in the Philippines are grateful for America that we brought. Before then, there were no schools. We brought schooling to the Philippines, and we brought, education. We brought a lot of things to the Philippines that weren't here before we came here. So most of them are grateful. There are a handful of college students that aren't so grateful. Colonizers. You colonizers. That word over the next 5 years, you'll hear that more and more. Count on it. All right, quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. You can find them right off of 128 on Buck Jackson Road. Just a reminder, they're still having some issues with their card reader, but we'll let you know when all that is good to go. But you can find them right off of 128 on Buck Jackson Road, large facility, covered area, red diesel, green diesel, DEF value. They accept credit cards, fleet cards, and debit cards. Just a reminder, their debit card reader is having some issues. We'll let you know when that all is good to go. Sunny skies, beautiful day, 75 today, 48 and clear tonight, and then 81 and sunny tomorrow. Winds gusting up to about 25 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour coming up Friday night, 25 miles an hour on Saturday, and on Sunday we're up to 88 with sunny skies, and the wind is gone. We got to take a break. We're late. 7-11. News this morning being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. Fifth wheels, toy haulers, ultralights. They've got you covered with all of that. 70 years in the business. You don't stay in the business for 70 years if you're not treating people the right way. And look, that's what they do. They treat people the right way. Nice folks. They'll show you around. Or you can go online and take the virtual tour of every unit they have on both their lots. MainTrailerSalesInc.com is the place to go, or call them 575-622-1751. Main Trailer Sales in Roswell. Don't go camping without them. Taking a break. We'll check news coming up next, but first, let's get you qualified for the cash on W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
Permian Toyota in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. Hobbs police investigating a shooting that left 28-year-old Gregory Brooks dead. On Monday at around 10:50, officers responded to the 1000 block of South Linham Street. Reports of a shooting. Officers arrived and seen and found Brooks suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he died from those injuries. Anyone with information on the shooting, you're asked to contact Hobbs Police or Lee County Crime Stoppers. Thousands of acres of public land in southeast New Mexico dropped from oil and gas lease auction scheduled in June after lands were found to be in sensitive geological areas near 2 national parks. Federal agency found extraction in those areas could lead to contamination of the region's water table and collapsed cave systems nearby. The BLM recently published a final notice for its second quarter lease sale planned for June 20th, removing 7 parcels in the Carlsbad area and cutting the sale by over 3,000 acres. As it stands, the sale offered 4 parcels in Eddy County on 760 acres, 5 in Lee County on 480, and 2 parcels in Chavez County on 359 acres for a total of about 1,600 acres in New Mexico. No sooner did artisans officially learn that a new eatery was on its way than ground was being broken this week on the future home of Schlotzsky's on the southeast corner of 10th and Main Streets. The long, empty lot, which was recently sold to a developer by the city of Artesia, will now house the popular sandwich chain that made its exit from Roswell in late 2017. Artesia will also be welcoming another business on the side of the former Tasty Freeze building and a second McDonald's as a yet undisclosed location. That's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
That is the sound of your company logo getting printed on 500 shirts. Smart move. And an even smarter move in choosing the experts.
Awesome Graphics, serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for 15 years, can not only brand your t-shirts, they can embroider your polos, hats, and jackets. They can print your signs and stickers, large and small. They can handle vinyl graphics for your vehicle. Are the windows in your business too plain? Awesome can print custom decals that allow you to see out, but your customers just see your logo. In fact, Awesome Graphics can put your logo on practically every promotional item under the sun, from coffee cups and water bottles to keychains and sun visors for your company vehicles. Want authentic Yeti Ramblers, mugs, or tumblers customized with your company logo? Awesome Graphics is ready. Stop by 523 West Sanger and Hobbs for ideas or simply visit myawesomegraphics.com. Trust Awesome Graphics and rest assured whatever they printed on, your logo will look awesome.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. What do you think of when someone says tough? Honestly, I think of a Toyota truck. Tundra's one mean mother of a truck with a twin-turbo V6 and incredible going power, and the Tacoma claws through terrain with a taller suspension and lots of creature comforts in the cockpit. Both Toyota trucks are decked out with tons of cool features and tech you'll dig. Check them out at Toyota.com, folks.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
It's time to renew New Mexico. If you have Medicaid or SNAP, you must renew to keep your benefits. If you have moved, update your contact information at yes.state.nm.us or call 1-800-283-4465. You will be mailed a turquoise envelope when it is time to renew. Your Medicaid and SNAP benefits are very important. To learn more, go to renew.hsd.nm.gov and renew New Mexico.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
The Cameron City NRA Annual Banquet is Saturday, April the 13th at the Walter Gerald Performing Arts and Exhibition Center in Carlsbad. Live and silent auction, steak dinner with all the trimming, and cash bar. With over 80 guns and prizes for this event. That's Saturday, April the 13th at the Walter Gerald Exhibition Center in Carlsbad. For table reservation and seating info, contact Sean, 575-361-5626. 575-361-5626, or go to nra.org/events.
Working for the GEO Group at Lee County Correctional Facility in Hobbs is not going to be anything like you see on reality TV. The true reality of the GEO Group? Start at $20 an hour with no training. The GEO Group will pay you while you're trained to be a corrections officer. You get a 90-day $1,000 sign-on bonus, and then you get another $1,000 bonus upon service certification completion. The GEO Group is proud to offer a community setting built for true rehabilitation through structured living and an incredible staff. Join the family today. GEO Group at Lee County Correctional Facility. Apply online at jobs.geogroup.com or call Jade at 575-392-4055. GEO Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Don't miss the 3rd annual Wads for Warriors Clay Shoot scheduled for April 26th and 27th in Artesia at the Eddy County Shooting Range. Come out for 2 days of prize boards, live auctions, gun boards, and of course, clay shooting. All proceeds from this event will benefit the Permian Warrior Partnership as well as local veterans charities. They're also raffling off a 2024 Polaris Ranger Crew. Wads for Warriors is the largest clay shoot in southeast New Mexico. Purchase raffle tickets or register your team by visiting wads4warriors.com. That's WADZ, the number 4, warriors.com.
You guys ready?
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
And I want to make sure I get the quote exactly right.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
Hi, I'm Bambi. Happy National Pet Day. I was the penthouse pet in April of 2000.
No, not that, pet. What's the matter with you? 719. Not that, pet.
Hey, did we have a question today about pets? Do we even have?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite pet?
Yes, that's the
right?
question. Tell us about your pet.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't
and
seen
by the
any
way,
text about that.
It's not that pet. Okay? Just guys, don't send in those type of pets.
No.
Okay?
What was your favorite pet? Yeah, I haven't seen any text relating back to what your favorite pet or who was your favorite pet.
So we want to know about your favorite pet. So if you could, please. Yeah. We got taking out trash, things that happened on this date in history. According to a recent survey, American adults are now spending on average $91 on subscription services each month. And we're not even accounting for OnlyFans. Survey finds that nearly half of respondents have signed up for at least a free trial of a paid subscription and then forgotten to cancel that. I hate when that happens. Mm-hmm. By the way, most of that comes when you sign up for the gym in January and just forget about it. And according to another survey, one thing that influences Gen Zers' happiness is having a purpose, which is surprising because we thought that having internet access and being on TikTok all day, I thought that was the purpose. See, I'm wrong. I am completely wrong. The movie based on the board game Monopoly is coming soon.
Oh, really? Do these people not have any original ideas? Because they're all creativity. They're all remakes or part 5 of something or based on some other idea.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Mattel is coming out with the less competitive Scrabble game. It's Scrabble for Dummies, is basically, or Snowflake Scrabble, either one.
Snowflake Scrabble. For those who want a participation trophy.
Yeah. And we talked about the Postal Service asking for another price hike, 68 to 73 cents. It's just been 3 months since they came and got another one. Don't get me up on that. And a woman in Texas diagnosed with terminal cancer after given 15 months to live. After 2 rounds of chemo, doctors discovered they had made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
And she never really had cancer.
But they were doing chemo on her?
Yes.
That's bad.
Oh, I smell a lawsuit all over the place here. Oh, it's not going to be good. Taking out trash on the way. Also, we're going to Carrie Jean-Pierre in just a second. Remember the Chance Death to America in Dearborn, Michigan? She answered the question and also answered the question about EV.
Did she?
We got multiple companies that are backing off their pledge to build EVs in America. We'll get to that coming up in just a second. Tom and the Tex coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners, family owned and operated, washing and drying your clothes. They can do that. 17 pounds, $16.99. Ladies, I'm just telling you, if you're empty nesters now, you ought to take advantage of this. 17 pounds of clothes, washed, dried, and folded for $16.99. I spent all weekend at the laundromat, or even if you're doing it at home, it makes 0 sense. They can do it all, and you get it. It's all washed, dried, and folded. Of course, they could starch your clothes and dry clean them too. Find them Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, and online at allamericancleaners.net. Tom should take advantage of that.
Absolutely. That's what I was just telling him.
Yeah, I think that would work for him. Tom and the Tex.
Jethro says, my favorite pet was a pet pink pig named Obama, says Jethro this morning. Another text, I love my dog, Argentina.
Made some good spare ribs.
Right. I love my dog, Argentina and Bloodhound.
No. Dogo.
Oh, Dogo.
Argentinio.
Is that a breed of dog?
Yes, they're pretty cool.
Okay, I've never seen one. Have they come from Argentina or what?
I'll let you figure it out.
Okay. And my favorite pet, guys, my most interesting was a crow.
Crows are cool birds.
So you find them out in the fields.
You can find them on your back porch.
Right. And do we get, hey, guys, what do we get for our billions in the Ukraine? This one text is asking.
Absolutely nothing.
That's right. Nada.
I mean, there are a handful of politicians that are getting paid off, but you're not going to get anything.
And good morning, guys. Oh, yeah, Tom, you're still an idiot, too. The Smoky in Arizona this morning. Okay, I can't wait to get back to New Mexico, buddy.
Yeah.
And my baby.
Yeah, Go ahead. I took the dogs to the vet today, and the puppy, not even 6 months old, is now 18 pounds, 18 plus, 18 and a half pounds.
Wow. Well, they're
that's a big Frenchie.
Yeah, but they're pretty solid, right?
No, they're solid, total muscle. Yeah. Like they're on. Remember, I've had two people, two texts come in about me being on steroids. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Frenchies are like they're on steroids. By the way, I'm not on steroids. I go to the gym 2 to 3 hours a day. That's just pure work.
Well, I think it's pretty cool that you have, your older Frenchie, and then you have a pup Frenchie, and then, and that
Playmate.
We also have we have 2 poolies, and one of our newest one is only 8 months. So we have puppies that are relatively close to the same age.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and they play all day and sleep all day. They're Filipino dogs. Filipinos love their sleep.
Right?
Siestas, baby. Loves
God. So they play, and then they lay down and go to sleep for like 2 hours. It's amazing.
That happened to me yesterday.
7:26. What? You fell asleep?
Well, I went. I'm trying to get my appetite back, right? And
dude, you have never lost your appetite.
I have.
I'm just going to say this: if you would lose your appetite, you would lose weight.
Well, when I went to my brother, weighed 289. I know because he made me get on the scale. When I got on the scale a couple days ago here, it was 281. So I haven't eaten. I have not gained my appetite back. I only eat once a day.
Where did you get on the scale here?
On our scale right here.
That scale hasn't moved.
By the way,
281, yeah.
Last time you weighed in before the beginning of the year, when you started your diet, you were 279. Your goal was 218.
Yes. It was
and you actually gained weight instead of losing weight.
Right.
Well, if he flips those numbers around, 281, if he flips those numbers, he could be 218.
That's my goal.
Got to use Tom logic.
This is total Biden numbers. Biden math is what I'm going to start calling you.
So anyway, I went to eat a buffet for the first time in 3 weeks yesterday, for lunch. I only eat once a day now.
You ate for the first time in 3 weeks yesterday.
At a buffet, yeah.
Oh, at a buffet. Okay. Okay.
Then I went to the house about 2:30 and fell asleep and didn't get up till 6:30.
Where did you go?
I mean, boy, it's like nothing changed. It's amazing.
Well, then I was so tired, I guess. I was still trying to get back my strength. That I went back to sleep and didn't get up till 4:30 this morning.
Dude, it's
That's
not
good. You
like you
needed it.
had freaking cancer. It's not like you're going to chemotherapy.
You ate a bad pork chop.
I got a buddy of mine, true story. What had cancer and would drive himself from Roswell to Lovington for chemo and drive himself back home and then work all day in his office and then go home at night and start the process over, leaving for chemo at 4:30 in the morning to get to Lovington. It's not like you're going through that. I'm still trying to.
Well, everybody's illnesses are different.
You just ate a bad pork chop, Tom.
Yeah, well, it affected my appetite.
Somebody needs to take your damn man card away.
That's just the way it is. I'm retired now, B. Everything's changed.
Maybe you need to get on some triacloman. Make sure and ask your doctor about that. It's a brand new drug. Las Cruces man arrested after beating his partner with a prosthetic leg.
Saw that.
Las Cruces man facing several charges after he beat his partner with a prosthetic leg and then drove off a bridge in an attempt to kill himself and his partner, according to court documents. Court documents say Benjamin Warren Crosby, 38 years old, faces 5 counts of battery, aggravated battery, with the deadly weapon. Deadly weapon, of course, the prosthetic leg against his partner, household member. 2 counts of battery against a household member, aggravated battery against a household member, including strangulation, and homicide by vehicle reckless attempt. Court documents say that Crosby and his long-term partner were at a family member's house April 9th in Las Cruces, and that's when him and his boyfriend began arguing at the home. They decided to leave. Both men got in a pickup, and while driving, he began to accuse his boyfriend of cheating.
Oh, man.
Court documents say that he stopped the truck in the middle of the road, began beating his boyfriend with his fists, and then tried to strangle him. And the boyfriend, of course, hit him with in self-defense. That's when he grabbed his partner's cane and began striking him with the cane. Also grabbed the prosthetic leg and beat him with the prosthetic leg.
Well, you know, there is a joke there about a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest.
Well, and I'm going to say this guy has not a leg to stand on in court. And he's leaning heavily on his attorney. Oh!
You're killing yourself.
731. Iowa governor signed a bill giving the state authority to arrest and deport migrants. Pretty much the same as the Texas law that was copied by Louisiana, and now in Iowa. This law goes into effect in Iowa July 31st. Iowa, Tom, is a red or blue state?
I believe the last time we checked was a red state.
I think it's halfway. I think it's in the middle.
Is it now? Okay.
You remember I used to work in Iowa, and there were a lot of confused Democrats. That's what I used to call them.
I'm looking at the map right now, and officially it's purple.
Yeah, it's pretty much down the middle.
Right. Like Ohio right now is purple as well.
Yeah. And hopefully they flip. Jasmine Crockett. Remember Jasmine Crockett from Texas? She's a Democrat.
Yeah. She's from the south side of Dallas.
Yeah, she is now saying black Americans should not have to pay taxes as a form of reparations. So black folks will never have to pay taxes. You will get off paying no taxes.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm identifying now as black.
Yeah. Well, Tom, you ever had any black in you?
No. Can't say I have.
You're bad.
No, I mean you're. If we look at you have no black in, Haitians maybe.
I bet.
No.
I bet many, and I'm not going to say most, but I would bet it would be close to half of Americans whose forefathers were here more than 5 or 6 generations have a very mixed background that they would be shocked by.
I would agree, and I'm Cajun, so Creole, Cajun, yeah. So anyway, she says we should not be paying taxes to begin with in the first place. Crockett, who recently made headlines with the debunked Border Patrol officers whipping the Haitians, was on the Black Lawyers podcast when she said that black folks should not have to pay taxes as part of reparations. Thank you, Jasmine Crockett. By the way, people like her, I always try to remind them that your district, it's not all black folks. So who are you representing? Just black folks?
Yeah, she does.
Oh.
She does.
Oh.
She's
all
said
right, we're
that
going to talk
before.
about
she is a racist, like straight out racist.
Oh no, she's definitely a racist. All right, we're going to talk about the Virginia school ignored the behavioral problems, and that's when that 6-year-old shot his teacher. Now the parent, the mother, has been arrested, and now they have arrested a school assistant principal. I'm going to get to that coming up in just a second. Morning show being brought to you by Rig Outfitters in the Home Store, Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, gloves. They've got hard hats, work boots, steel toe boots. In fact, they have a section at the store, $99 work boots. Sure do. You can get in there and get $99 work boots. Need FR gear. They've got everything. Plus, they have furniture, appliances, electronics, zero down financing. Check them out today. And Scrub Outfitters is right next door. Our buddy Joe noticed that there really wasn't a place for folks to be able to buy scrubs in the area. So he built this large store, and they have the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles. Big name brands, too. If you like Dickies, they've got those. Peaches and Med Coutures and Healing Hands. And if you like wearing compression socks, maybe you are diabetic and you suffer from something else and you need to wear compression socks, but you don't want just a black, compression. Look, they have all the different colors and designs and the comfy shoes, too. Scrub Outfitters, Rig Outfitters, find them in the Broadmoor Mall. It's going to be a beautiful day today. Enjoy it. 75 and sunny. No wind. Well, I say no wind, less than 10 miles an hour. 48 tonight, 81 tomorrow, and winds will gust up to 25 miles an hour from the south. South winds, 30-mile-an-hour winds on Friday night, 25-mile-an-hour winds on Saturday, high temperature 86, and then we could get up to 88 on Sunday, and the wind should be gone. Carrie Jean-Pierre, Dearborn, Michigan. Remember the chant, Death to America?
Man,
you would think
most bland milquetoast answer ever.
Oh, I'm just going to say, if that was somebody with the Proud Boys saying death to America, not that they would, because they love America, but if they would say something like death to America, FBI be showing up. Look, we have the FBI going to private citizens' homes over Facebook or Twitter posts.
They should be showing up to something like this.
They should. Death to America means you want to destroy America.
Right. That's real insurrection right there.
Yeah. And the mayor of Dearborn actually said he wants a seat at the table because this isn't working. And we need to completely change everything about America to fit 2% of the population, the Muslims. He actually said it. Now he's trying to walk that back. But he wants Biden to go to Dearborn to talk to him. Population, well, how big is Dearborn? About 100,000 folks?
Probably around that, yeah.
Yeah, about 100, less than 150, I would think. But here's what Carrie Jean-Pierre said about death to America.
I don't have any intelligence to share with you on that.
Obviously, wait. I gotta play that again. In fact, I'm going to use this for a liner. You can count on that. Listen what you said.
Intelligence to share with you.
I have no intelligence.
Any intelligence to share with you on that. Obviously, that's something that we're always very vigilant about, but don't have any national intelligence to share with you. But obviously, we will condemn any violent rhetoric.
Well, why aren't you?
We have been very. I mean, you're hearing from me, right? You're asking me a question, I'm answering it, and we've been very vigilant about, or very consistent about denouncing that type of rhetoric.
And by the way, why aren't you condemning it?
She never did. She never did condemn it. She said
never did condemn it.
Yeah, she said we will. We usually do,
but never did.
Right.
And by the way, Fox News went to Rashida Tlaib's office, and she wouldn't condemn it either. She said, "I will not talk to Fox News. You're racist." Ooh. So we're just asking, will you condemn it? No, but I'll condemn you, damn it, Fox News. Damn right I will. All right, take it out trash coming up next. Let's talk about this Virginia.
Dearborn, 109,000.
Yeah. So I think I would. Oh, let me also play Carrie Jean-Pierre before I get to the Virginia school. Carrie Jean-Pierre was asking about EV manufacturers who are backing out of their deal because they're not selling the units. And here's her answer to that. She went on to say about how many cars were sold EVs.
Question about electric vehicles. Ford said today it's delaying production on an electric SUV. Tesla earlier this week said that its sales are plunging. Do these types of developments make the administration rethink their EV policy?
No, not at all. Look, when it comes to EV sales, they're reaching record highs. EVs are more affordable than ever, and that's because of the work that this administration has done. Last year, EV sales surpassed 1 million for the first time ever. That's a 50% increase. That matters. Under President Biden, EV sales have more than quadrupled.
Yeah, they are cooking the books.
They really read the book, How to Lie with Statistics.
Right.
Yeah, if you have 2 sales 1 year, and then you have 8 sales the next year, percentage-wise, you have a huge increase. When in fact, you don't really have that big of an increase.
What is the, and we looked this up a couple months ago, total EVs sold in America, as far as percentage?
I
bet it's less than 2%.
Well, the report here for the electric cars breaking record sales, they sold 300,000 of them in 2023. Okay. I'm looking to see if I can get the...
I'm wondering what the total of all vehicles sold. I bet the number is staggering. But
it's look, I'm looking down here, and this percentage, it looks like it's around 18. Wait, that's the wrong year. Sorry, that was a projection. 6.9%.
6.9% of total sales.
Yes. Now
that's not real good.
That was data from the end of 2022, so it might be a little higher than that now, but it might be a little lower as well. I don't know. That was the most recent chart I could find.
And here, you know what I hate?
And that was from CNN, by the way.
Yeah. I hate government mandates. I hate when the government tries to tell me what to do. I really do. I hate it. Stay out of my pocket, stay out of my business. Let me do what I want to do. I don't need the government to hold my hand. Nope.
Okay, so that was pretty close, because here it is in quarter 4 of 2023, they were 6.5%.
Yeah. And here's the deal. People will catch on that when that car breaks, they'll never buy another one. And who owns electric cars?
Well, most of them,
wealthy people.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them that you can't even buy. You can only get them on lease.
Yeah.
Well, so you never actually own the vehicle.
Yep. Virginia school ignored the behavioral problems and the violent 6-year-old who went on to shoot his teacher at Rich Neck Elementary School in Virginia last year. This kid exhibited signs of violence prior to the shooting and should not have been enrolled in the school, according to the special grand jury that released that report yesterday. Chow exhibited many behavioral problems, and that kid, if you remember, shot the teacher with a 9mm semi-automatic pistol that he got out of his mother's purse.
Well, based on the court case of the 2 parents in Michigan, shouldn't school administrators be brought up on charges?
Well, former assistant principal at the Virginia school where the 6-year-old shot the teacher has been charged with child abuse. So the former assistant principal where the 6-year-old shot his teacher last year was indicted on child abuse charges, according to court records yesterday.
Wow.
Ebony Parker faces 8 counts related to the day of the shooting, according to the online docket. Each one carries a maximum of 5 years in prison. The warrant has been issued for her arrest. Court documents filed in Newport News Circuit Court were unsealed yesterday, about a month after the grand jury filed those charges.
Wow.
So arrest warrant has been issued for the assistant principal because they had information that this kid was out of control. And the kid should not have been around the other kids. And, you know, part of the job as a school district is to protect kids, but also to protect teachers. And this kid had already assaulted another teacher. So now the assistant principal has been charged for not taking that kid out of the classroom. Yep. Ron DeSantis launched an effort to raise money for Donald Trump's campaign. Florida governor reportedly planning to help the former president raise money in the upcoming weeks and months for the 2024 election. DeSantis says he wants to do his part. That's awesome.
That's what he should do.
That's what he should do. And I think at the same time that Donald Trump should apologize for calling him all kind of names.
Yep, he should. That's what he should do. Yeah.
That's the thing that he should do. National anthem and the pledge coming up. Let's get to taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters. 575-390-4549. Trash-eaters.com. They do residential trash pickup, reminding you the Lovington Animal Shelter needs volunteers, and they need monetary donations to spay and neuter the animals so they can ship them off to a no-kill facility. Call them directly, 575-552-3669. Taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters. I saw this story. I wanted to hunt this woman down. Kiara Jones, 29 years old. She's employed by Littleton Public School in Colorado as the bus assistant. I don't know if anybody saw the video. So this little boy is sitting next to her. He is a nonverbal child with special needs. And seen on camera. Disturbing incident. Caught all on camera. Where this woman who was there to protect these kids, elbowing him, hitting him in the stomach, elbowing him in the shoulders, at one point elbowing him in the face, stomping on his feet. It broke my heart. So she has been arrested, charged with abuse.
Good.
Of a nonverbal disabled kid. This kid couldn't tell anybody what was going on.
Oh, my. Poor kid.
So she has been fired from her job and arrested.
Well, that's a good.
Yeah. These are the type of people that we shouldn't take out to the trash. We should take them out to the train station.
Yep.
What kind of twisted, sick mind takes advantage of people that can't speak up. Sickness. Hold up a second. I hope somebody does the same to you in prison. I do. And I know it's not the Christian thing to say. That poor little boy. How many weeks, how many months of torture did he go through at the hands of this animal? Sad. All right, things that happened on this date in history on the way. 7:48. We're B on the Breakfast Club, Tom.
All right, on the question of the day, your favorite pet. Buddy is chiming in. He says, my favorite pet was my dog. He says, Butthead. He was my best friend and grew up with me and always was by my side no matter what. He was the perfect pet. If anyone tried to act or like they were going to hurt me, he was on guard, ready. There's no dog like him. Fun fact, he used to cut donuts. When he got excited, he'd run outside and run around in circles.
That's called the
Zoomies. Wait. His name is the same name as Tom?
But
yeah.
What's his name?
So when the dogs do that in the donut kind of circles, that's called the zoomies.
Why do they do that?
They want to have fun.
They want to. Okay.
They're happy.
Usually because they have excess energy and they're trying to get it out. That's really
what it is. Yeah. My cat goes in circles too, Monahan. Why do cats do that?
Because they're just crazy.
Okay. Spokane, Arizona. Dang, I thought it was a little bad ASS kid when I was in school, but I didn't have anything on that kid in Virginia to Smokey in Arizona this morning.
Yeah. That kid had some serious mental conditions that should have been addressed.
Should have been. And my favorite dogs are the ones I have, 10 Doxies and 1 Pit Bull. What's that?
Wow.
Dachshund?
Doxies.
That's a dachshund?
Is that a Winnie dog? That's what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Like Mandy's?
A Doxie?
10 Doxies, yeah, like Mandy.
Where's the X in that?
Doxies. Doxies.
Yeah, that's shorthand for dachshund.
And 1 Pit Bull, it says. And hold on, didn't Ron Santos apologize for lying and putting out half-truths about Donald Trump? This one text is asking Travis from Roswell, by the way.
I don't remember. What were the half-truths?
I don't remember. And Waco, Texas, this one text says, has 140,000 people. If they were chanting death to Palestine, the feds would have to put them on lockdown.
Look, we give so many passes to not just Muslims, but if you don't like this country, look, you can get on a plane and fly the hell out of here. But the problem is, and it's sad because a lot of people that come to America nowadays, refugees especially, they don't love America. They want to change America. See, back in the day when migrants came to America, you know what they did? They embraced America. It's a land of opportunity. Why would you change the greatest country in the world? Because you're selfish. That's why. That's why. All right, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan talks about the hostages. Can you believe we have American hostages that are still being held by Hamas? If we had a real president, we would start the bombing today, and we would find out where these leaders of Hamas are. We track them. We know where they're at. We knew they were in Qatar about a month ago, and we just bombed the hell out of them. But here's another idea. We snipe them. We snipe them. Not like we don't have guys that can take a shot from a mile away.
Oh, we do.
So we just snipe them. And you know what? If Qatar wants to, I don't know, take these folks in, well, sorry, Qatar. We should snipe them. Be done. The only way to kill a snake is to take off its head. How do you end Hamas? you chop off the head.
Mm-hmm. Which is what Israel is going to do.
Yeah, no doubt. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan talks about the hostages.
Is any real progress being made? I think Hamas rejected the latest proposal. Are both sides making the kind of concessions that are going to be necessary?
As you know, Bill Burns was in Cairo on Sunday. There was a marathon session that went late into the night among the United States, Israel, Qatar, and Egypt. Qatar and Egypt, of course, were communicating with Hamas through this process. And we have seen Israel take some steps forward in terms of what they're putting on the table. And, of course, we've seen the public statements from Hamas that have been, shall we say, less than encouraging.
So, look, Hamas turned down a peace deal. Basically, they turned down a peace deal.
Mm-hmm.
They turned down releasing the hostages.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants to bitch and moan about Israel. And Joe Biden wants to call Netanyahu. And Hamas doesn't even show up to the party. They have surrogates handling the negotiations for them.
They're not serious.
I'm about tired. And New York City, looks like police officers are about done. The commissioner of New York City Police said crime is out of hand and catch and release is to blame.
Whatever you want to call it, catch and release. We lock someone up, district attorney puts bail on them. The judges let them go to walk our streets again. It's a broken system. We're seeing that we're locking up the same people over and over again. And it has an effect on our law enforcement officers. It has an effect on our law-abiding citizens. And it has a negative effect on the actual or perceived image of public safety.
Does that sound like the same thing that's going on in New Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds a lot like it. A lot like it. And you're probably not going to believe who called into MSNBC yesterday. And he actually called in and supported Donald Trump. Stormy Daniels, her former attorney. Tom, what was that guy's name?
Wasn't Cohen, was it?
No. Cohen was never her attorney. That was Donald Trump's attorney.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Dershowitz? Michael. No. That was Trump's attorney.
Oh, Giuliani.
That was Trump's attorney.
Well, at least I'm getting Donald Trump's attorneys right.
Hey, I'm amazed he got 3 attorneys' names.
What was his name? Alavani. He's actually in federal jail.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, he called in to MSNBC from prison. From prison, and actually took to defend Donald Trump. Listen.
Well, I think what I'm about to say is going to surprise a lot of people, and that is that, I think this is the wrong case at the wrong time, Ari. I think that the case is in many ways stale at this juncture. You're talking about conduct that occurred some 8 years ago. I think the fact that it's occurring in state court in New York is a mistake. And I think that when you are going to potentially deprive tens of millions of Americans of their choice for the presidency of the United States, whether we agree with those folks or not, or regardless of what we may think of Donald Trump, I think it's a mistake to do it based on a case of this nature.
Wow. Michael Avenatti actually taking up for Donald Trump. Crazy. Isn't that nuts?
Wow.
6:56. We got things that happen on this date in history. Morning show this morning being brought to you by North Star Laundry. One-stop shop for all your laundry needs. Dry cleaning, pressing, and wash, dry, and folding all your clothes. Maybe you work out in the patch. You don't have time. Yeah, they can wash, dry, and fold all your clothes and starch everything up. You pick them up, you're ready to go. Or if you want to wash, dry, and fold your clothes, not a problem. You can do that yourself. They have coin-operated machines at every one of their locations. 609 West Lee Street, 604 West Church Street, and 406 West Cedar in Loving. So we've got 2 locations in Carlsbad, 1 location in Loving. Check them out today. For years, migrants seeking asylum have been bussed into Torrance County Detention Facility. A migrant facility plagued with lots of lawsuits over poor conditions. So let me get this right. The asylum seekers are coming from third world countries and don't like the facilities where they're being fed. All medical care is free. They have TVs, phones, computers, and everything else on the facilities. Oh, wait, I left out soccer fields. Yes. So now Torrance County faces pressure to reject the ICE contract being renewed. And some of the families, through an attorney, are not happy. In fact, the New Mexico Immigration Law Center is none too happy. Community advocates trying to shut this place down because it is an ICE facility. We need to let these people go.
Gabe Vasquez.
More than a dozen people signed up for public comment, trying to stop the renewal of the ICE contract. On behalf of one of the migrants, they said, my family and I hope for safety and protection that ends up in a place that is humane and respects human rights. By the way, they say the food that they prepare is not up to their expectations and dirty. The lettuce is rotten.
Maybe they should go get their own. Maybe they should spend their money. Maybe they should grow their food.
Here's a great idea. Maybe they could stay in the country where they came from.
Yeah, if it's so much better than here, why did they come here?
I mean, you can always say you want to go back, and they will release you and send you back.
Yeah, they'll pay for that too.
I am so sick and tired of you bunch of whiners coming to this country and not liking the accommodations. Tired, sick, and tired. Not like the accommodations. Maybe you ought to rethink this thing. Maybe you ought to go on radio and TV and tell people do not come. The accommodations are terrible. I think that's a great idea. 2 dancers at an Alabama strip club are suing their former employer because they say they violated what they say is a socialist tip sharing system. Sammy's Strip Club in Birmingham said Sammy's they had an illegal tipping pool where all tips went into one jar.
Wait, that's the way a lot of regular restaurants and bars do it, and then split them up.
But these people are saying it's a socialist system.
Well, they vote for socialism.
By the way, they would also take a house fee out of the tip jar. That doesn't seem fair.
Not sure how that works, but I think that's pretty standard in most strip joints. They have to pay a house fee to work there.
Oh, do they?
So Sammy's Gentleman Club in Birmingham, these young ladies are seeking $100,000. Unnamed Sammy employees listed as defendants. And Fox News did try to reach out to the Gentlemen's Club, but they had lap dances going on and couldn't make it to the phone. Terrible. Dave Portnoy cashed a ticket from the UConn National Championship game. He is $2.76 million richer.
Whoa.
He's a big Connecticut fan. He's, of course, from Barstools. And, he's pretty good. I follow him during football season. When it comes to his betting, he's pretty darn good. And Jake Paul was asked on Fox News yesterday if he was scared that Mike Tyson might bite his ear off. He said Mike Tyson can't bite his ear off if he knocks out all his teeth.
Good luck.
Oh, okay.
Just another reason for Mike Tyson to knock out your teeth.
I really, seriously can't wait. And I would pay for this fight if I had to. Thank God I have chemo and I won't have to pay. Well, isn't it? Well, wait, let me retract that. It's on Netflix. So everybody, if you have Netflix, you'll be able to watch it. And, Tom, you have that little square thingy thing, right, that got the plug. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
The bandit deal.
The bandit deal. What the hell was a bandit?
Do you have Netflix, Tom?
I don't know. I tried it yet.
I haven't tried it yet. Are
but
you trying to
had
tell us?
Amazon because you watch Roadhouse.
Yes, I think so.
Where did you watch Roadhouse?
I think so. Now, look.
Where did you watch
either
it?
did so or you didn't.
Oh, that was I watched that on my brother's TV.
Oh, my God.
In Midland.
You changed the story again. When you did it, you said you watched it at your house.
I believe that this is the real story. Because I believe the brother has Amazon. I don't believe that Tom has Amazon.
Yeah. KWMW, Mount Jamar, 105.1 FM, 803. Coming up next, National Anthem and the Pledge on W105. Things that happened on this date in history. Being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms and the indoor firing range. Looking for a place to shoot. Climate-controlled, state-of-the-art. You can find it in Hobbs now. And you can find it at 236 East Navajo in Hobbs. Also talk to them about the Milo FBI training simulator. You want to train for different scenarios? They have over 1,000 different scenarios. And this is the way professional law enforcement folks train. They have lots of ammo, huge selection of optics and guns, all your tactical gear. They also have finance available for if you're buying a gun. And when I get back to talking about the indoor firing range, you can sign up for the monthly membership or pay by the hour. They offer training for first-time gun owners, one-on-one or group training. 2A Tactical Firearms and the indoor firing range, 236 East Navajo in Hobbs, or go online at 2atacticalrange.com. 1814, Napoleon Bonaparte. So, Tom, back in the day, he was banished. Remember that? He was kicked out of France.
Didn't it cut his head?
Kicked out of France. Tom, where was he sent?
He was sent to the gallows, wasn't he?
Blake with the save.
Oh, jeez. He was sent to, wasn't it Belgium? He was sent somewhere like that. No, where was he sent?
Elba. The Isle of Elba. Yeah. 1876. Protected order for the Elks organization placed the previous organization that was known as the Order of the Elks. That makes zero sense to me. President McKinley asked Congress to declare war against Spain on this date in 1898. Iowa became the first state to impose a cigarette tax. Tax them if they got them in 1921. 1947, Jackie Robinson became the first black player in Major League Baseball, playing an exhibition game, Brooklyn Dodgers against the Yankees. General Douglas MacArthur, relieved from his command in Korea by Harry Truman, the president, in 1951. What did he do, Tom?
He didn't follow orders.
That'll do it.
His famous quote, "I shall return."
That has nothing to do with this.
Paul McCartney announced that he would no longer record with John Lennon. The Beatles fans everywhere yelled, "Get back, get back, get back where you belong." Paul McCartney said, "Help. I need somebody."
It was Yoko's fault.
And then he got on a yellow submarine and disappeared for a while. Scientists announced they had measured the distance between the Earth and the Moon in 1985, give or take an inch. I mean, who's counting, seriously? And Ozzy Osbourne announced that he would go on tour and would tour the world's insane asylums in 1988. Tom, name the band that Ozzy Osbourne used to be with.
X's and O's.
X's and O's.
Yeah, that was the band.
Yes.
They're famous.
Very famous.
For their song Rubber Man.
Yes. Or maybe it was Black Sabbath.
Yeah, and Iron Man.
Yeah. National Living Donor Day going on today, 8-track tape day, pet day, and more. Joss Stone is 37 years old. Model Lucky Bandris is 63. That's the model from the Diet Coke commercial. Mary Hartman turns 85. Louis Lasser.
Good show.
Joel Gray is 92 years old.
Still dancing?
He's the dad of Tom.
He's the dad of Jennifer. The one appeared in Patrick Swayze's
I just told you his damn name, Gray. Her name is Jennifer Gray.
Right.
His name is Joel Gray. And Ethel Kennedy. She was married to Tom.
RFK.
96 years old today. God bless America and God bless Tom.
I'm surprised Tom didn't chime in with Gold Dust, the wrestler's birthday.
Oh, yeah. How old is he?
55.
55.
Wow.
Brother of Cody Rhodes, who won that WrestleMania.
There it goes.
Oh, my God.
Beat Roman Reigns for the title.
I'm just going to say, I got my dad's picture right here. I got my dad's picture. My dad I swear to God, he just rolled his eyes.
I bet you he knew Dusty Rhodes. I bet he'd go to the wrestling matches all the time.
God bless. My dad never went to no wrestling match. Sorry. 8:09. We got lots of stuff coming up, but we got to get to the national anthem and the pledge. Quick check of the weather. Looking good out there. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Homegrown and proud of it. Purina dealer. They got everything you need. And you can check them out, RoswellLivestock.com or 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. National anthem and the pledge. Well, let me give you the weather. Let me give you the weather since I said that's what I was doing. Beautiful day, high temperature getting up to 75. It should be sunny. 48 tonight, and then the wind kicks in tomorrow. 25-mile-an-hour winds, high 81. That wind's going to stick around through Saturday, Sunday. Looking good, sunny, and 88, Tom. We're going to take a break. National Anthem, the pledge at 8:10, being brought to you by Rebecca Long. She is your Farmers Insurance agent, has been for 40-plus years. She loves helping folks, loves helping them save money, and making sure they're properly insured. 575-393-2661, commercial, life insurance, home, auto, recreational vehicles. She can insure all of that and more. And if you don't have life insurance, it's probably one of the most important things you can do to protect your family. 575-393-2661, proud sponsor of the National Anthem and the Pledge.
Hi, I'm Landry from College Lane Elementary in Hobbs, New Mexico, and I will say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we won were so gallantly seen, and the rockets went gone of our first united came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of love.
8:12. Stand by. We're going to qualify folks for cash coming up in just a second. Our large prayer being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house there are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you that I go to prepare a place for you.
Hi, my name is Jose Luevno. I work for Judah Oil. Would you please join us in saying the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
8:13 morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at WWRV, WWRV3.com, 988-0392 if you need more information. If you're new to Carlsbad, this is the place where you can park your RV and get a great night's sleep. Quiet place, 160 RV hookups, 3 different parks, 30 and 50 amps available. And here's the cool thing. All utilities included for one low price, and high-speed internet is included. They give you high-speed internet right to your hookup. Very well lit up and pet-friendly. Find out more information, 988-0392, WWRV3.com. Some of the stories that we're going to discuss up next. Texas Attorney General suing to stop guaranteed income in Texas. I'll tell you more about that. Tucson Border Patrol seized enough fentanyl and meth to kill over 1 billion people. I'll update you with that story. Arizona woman pled guilty to poisoning her Air Force husband. I'll tell you how she poisoned the old man. We'll get to that. And Whoopi Goldberg talking about Republicans. Nobody's going in chains. I'm just saying. We'll get to that and more. And Ashley Biden, the woman they say stole Ashley's diary, gets 1 month in prison. I'll tell you, didn't actually steal it. I'll give you the rest of the story when we come back. Whew. Was not stolen. Was not stolen. But I'll tell you, these Biden kids can't take care of their stuff. Doesn't matter if it's a laptop or a diary, they just can't. And then I mentioned she was at an insane asylum and left it. Oh, well, I'll tell you that coming up. We got to get updated with news being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm. Luke Ragsdale. Call him today, 575-208-5300. Taking care of you in personal injury cases, or if you need somebody to defend you in the court of law, he can take care of that too. Hey, look, Luke has settled big cases. That's the guy you need, a guy that goes and hits the home runs. Luke Ragsdale settling cases for over $10 million in the patch, $9 million in a medical malpractice case. Settling car accidents, slip and falls, any type of personal injury. Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com for more information. 16 after 8, news coming up next. Right now, let's qualify you for the cash on W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling. Permian Toyota in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now. Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Shame on you! Shame on you!
Democrats in Arizona's legislature after Republicans blocked the repeal of a near-total abortion ban and then adjourned. State Supreme Court Tuesday upheld the ban passed in 1864 before Arizona was a state.
We do not want to repeal the pre-Roe law without first having a conversation about it.
Republican Teresa Martinez, there's an agreement not to enforce the ban for 45 days. Police in Washington, D.C. are looking for 2 men who shot 6 people, killing 1 man in Washington, D.C.
Our preliminary investigation indicates the suspects exited a vehicle and began shooting at people that were outside here in the neighborhood.
Police Chief Pamela Smith, 2 children, 9 and 12 years old, are wounded. Wholesale inflation comes in at 2.1% annually, 0.2% for the month. America's listening to Fox News.
This is Senator Stephen McCutcheon. Our way of life is under attack every day by the radical progressives in Santa Fe. Politicians like to talk, but I'm fighting for our community day in and day out to defend the values we hold dear. As a rancher, oil and gas contractor, and conservative fighter, I'm defending our way of life. I fought to secure the border, increase penalties for drug cartels, stood up to the woke left in Santa Fe trying to take our guns away, but I'll never let them. That's why I'm proud to be the only candidate in the campaign for Senate District 42 endorsed by the National Rifle Association, because I'll always fight for our God-given rights. And my very first act as your senator was to impeach Michelle Lujan Grisham. My values are deeply rooted in our community. As a father of 4, I'm fighting to make New Mexico better for the next generation. I'd be honored to have your vote in the Republican June 4th primary. Paid for by Stephen McCutcheon for Senate.
MTD Radio presents its Spring Job Fair Saturday, April 27th at the Lee County Event Center in Hobbs. Whether your business needs seasonal employees for the summer or permanent employees, whether you're looking for part-time staff or full-time staff, this is an opportunity to get face-to-face with potential employees. If your business would like a booth at this event, call or text Gloria Estrada at 575-390-3569. Again, that's 575-390-3569.
You could pay more for a new Toyota, but why would you when you can spend less at Permian Toyota? Get 4.99% financing on new Camrys, Corollas, Crown, RAV4s, Highlanders, and Tundra. We'll earn your business with price, selection, and great customer service. No tricks, no gimmicks, just great deals. Rush to Permian Toyota or PermianToyota.com.
Permian Toyota!
3500 North Crime Street.
Toyota Center, USA.
Terms available on approved credit through Toyota Financial Services. See dealer for details. Expires 4/30/24.
Here's your chance to rip off the tax man. Now through April 15th, everything at the Working Guys store is tax-free. That's right, zip, zero, no tax on work boots, FR jeans and shirts, coolers and accessories, caps, western wear, scrubs, work gloves. The price you see is all you pay. We'll pay the tax. But hurry, tax-free ends April 15th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients, and do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Today's special is the green chili cheeseburger. Order when you're ready.
Hi, I'd like Guy Fieri Flavortown Fortune Scratchers, please.
We'll be right out.
Play Guy Fieri Flavortown Fortune Scratchers from the New Mexico Lottery, featuring prizes up to $50,000.
Here you go. Remember to enter non-winners for a chance to win $500,000. All right!
Get info and enter at nmlottery.com. You must be at least 18 to play. Please play responsibly. Guy Fieri, the Guy logo and Flavortown are registered trademarks of Knuckle Sandwich, LLC.
Sierra Blanca Motors in beautiful Ruidoso has over 60 new 2023 and 24 Rams in stock. All makes, all models ready for a quick delivery. So they are blowing away the competition with lower discounts on these vehicles than any dealer in Southwest New Mexico, guaranteed. Their loss is your gain. Online at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Sierra Blanca Motors. They make it easy with no gimmicks, no markups, no addendums, and lower pricing. See dealer for details.
Reimagine every adventure, every terrain, every incredible memory. The Yamaha Wolverine family of side-by-side vehicles help you reimagine off-road capability, comfort, and confidence. Available right now at Garner's Motorsports in Hobbs. With the Wolverine RMAX 2 1000 and RMAX 4 1000, recreation meets sport and maximum power meets maximum comfort and versatility. And with the Wolverine X2 and X4 8050, extreme terrain meets its match. Find your Yamaha Wolverine at Garner's Motorsports, 320 North Del Paso and Hobbs, or YamahaMotorsports.com. Always protect the environment and wear your seatbelt, helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing. Read the owner's manual and product warning labels before operation. Vehicle specifications subject to change.
Artesia, it's back. Red Zone 2024 is coming Saturday, April 13th to the Bulldog Pit, featuring a night with 2024 Rookie of the Year and two-time Heisman Trophy finalist C.J. Stroud. Doors open at 6 p.m. Event begins at 7. Tickets are free of charge, but you must have one to enter. Free tickets can be picked up beforehand at the Artesia Chamber of Commerce. Red Zone 2024 featuring C.J. Stroud is a presentation of myashley.org, a local charity with the focus of combating the epidemic of drunk driving after the Richards daughter, Ashley Richards, tragically lost her life in 2009 to a drunk driver. Show your support and see C.J. Stroud in Artesia at the Bulldog Pit, Saturday, April 13th at 7 p.m. For free tickets and more information about Red Zone 2024, please contact the Artesia Chamber of Commerce.
Every morning.
Good morning.
The best, baby. Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
A lot of you are tired. I get it.
Why spend 4 years at college and you can get a complete education at your own pace at Google University?
Why do men have nipples?
Does farting burn calories?
At Google University, you're hands-on and interactive.
Do penguins have knees?
No sitting for hours listening to lectures or reading books.
Why do we yawn?
At Google you'll embrace curiosity and answer life's real questions.
Why don't we pronounce 11 one-to-one?
From quantum physics to cat memes.
Don't you hate it when a sentence doesn't end the way you think it, octopus?
Google University.
Am I pregnant?
Are aliens real? When will I die?
It's free and just a click away.
Man, that Google degree is awesome. I mean, that's almost, it's almost as good as the YouTube University.
The funniest thing about that is all the questions that they were putting in there are all some of the most Googled questions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Nebraska man said he did a quick stop for a salad that led to him winning $1 million in the Mega $1 Million prize.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, got the salad, was eating right, and won $1 million. So, yeah. Dude was eating lettuce and now got some dough. Yep. Delta Airlines announced that it would soon update the way passengers board. So United announced it will soon provide parachutes for their passengers if they're flying with a Boeing 737. So thank God for that. And by the way, they'll charge extra for the parachutes. You don't think they're going to pay for that?
No, and they have new on-flight kits that include duct tape and baling wire.
Yes. And the crazy thing about all of this is they're changing the way that you have to pay for airline tickets and pay for your baggage. So as far as baggage fees, a lot of these airlines are going to is there is no free baggage. You have to pay, period. You know, back in the day, you would get one bag. If you're flying international, you get 2 bags. Last night, I was trying to find airline tickets because we're probably coming back in June. And, most of them, I used to get over 100. I'd get 100 pounds of luggage. Now they're trying to say 50. And the truth of the matter is, this is true, that the airlines need my luggage to balance the plane. No, that's true. They do need our luggage to balance the plane.
Right.
But no, they want me to pay. You should be paying me. In Florida, a man argued with police that he had a perfect right to be completely naked and drunk and acting disorderly while sitting on a trash can Monday. By the way, they determined he was wrong and he was arrested. Bridget Jones, another movie is on the way. Renee Zellweger will return for the new movie coming out next Valentine's Day called Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy. Shouldn't it be?
Isn't she
mad?
in her 50s?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. They ought to have Mad About the Boy.
Well, she got her
Do
face
you know
last
that's
year.
against the law?
Yeah, she should be like, grandma's day out. Right.
That's against the law. What are you talking about, mad about the boy? You can be arrested for such things. Crazy. And Conan O'Brien returned to the Tonight Show Tuesday night for the first time since he was fired from that show. And
I thought he was on the Late Show.
No, Conan, remember they moved him up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He was there to plug a brand new series called Conan Must Go, coming up on Newsmax. That was 14 years ago when he was fired from the show. Tom, what color hair does Conan O'Brien have?
Well, he had red back then. I don't know what he's got now. Gray, red.
It's probably still red.
Still red.
That would be
still red.
my
Carry on.
redheads.
He didn't fake it. That's his real hair.
Yeah. Attorney General of Texas filing a lawsuit yesterday to stop guaranteed income in Houston. Harris County has a plan that wait, let me get this right. Houston and Harris County just last week were saying they did not have enough money to pay the fire department. You remember that story?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in the meantime, they're paying 2,000 families $500 a month in guaranteed income, and they get that money for 18 months in Houston.
Whoa.
18 months.
Mm.
And this is all part of the American Rescue Plan, the pandemic relief that Joe Biden signed in 2021. Hey, the pandemic is gone. And some will say the pandemic never existed in the first place. So the Attorney General, Ken Paxton, said this is a socialist experiment.
Yeah.
And it's got to go. And here's another thing. You didn't have to show that you're a citizen of America to get this money. Wow. Tucson, Arizona, Border Patrol, U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers in Tucson sector of Arizona seized enough fentanyl and methamphetamine to kill 1 billion people. 1 billion people. And you know where the money was? I mean, where the drugs were? Hidden in microwaves, children bounce houses, and under watermelons. To kill 1 billion people. Please don't tell me we don't have a epidemic, an invasion going on in this country.
We have an invasion in every sense of the word except for an outright military invasion.
Amen. Arizona woman pleads guilty to poisoning her Air Force husband, putting bleach in his coffee. Now, look, maybe it's just me. Wouldn't you be able to smell that bleach?
You would think.
Every night when I'm on break, I take Clorox bleach and put Clorox down on our porch and then scrub it. And then the next break, I come back with water and rinse everything off.
And you can still smell it.
I can still smell it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I do that is because the dogs will pee and poop. And even if I clean up the poop, there's pee. So every night I go back and clean it. So we live on the second floor of our house.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're landlocked as far as yard because we're close to the beach. So they go outside, do their business, and then I clean up after them. So I can smell the bleach. This guy wouldn't be able to smell a bleach? She now faces 4 years in prison. Roby Johnson said he believed his wife was trying to kill him to collect death benefits. By the way she was trying to kill him. You can always tell a woman when she's got an exit strategy. The smell of bleach. Yes. Whoopi Goldberg saying that Republicans want to bring slavery back.
Oh, for real?
Bring slavery back.
I think she's mistaken. They just want her to go away. That's not the same thing as bringing slavery back.
Oh.
But
this was part of the
Go ahead.
Arizona Supreme Court ruling that reinstated the 1864. Why are you blaming Republicans?
Because it's part of the Democrat narrative to always blame Republicans for the things that Democrats do or did.
What year was the Republican Party founded?
I believe it was it was Lincoln's party. whenever he ran for representative and then ran for president.
It was Lincoln's party.
It was?
Yes.
1854.
1854.
1854. Yeah. So 10 years after the Republican Party was started, Arizona instituted the 1864 ban on abortion. And we don't even know if it was Republicans that passed that. We have zero idea. No. Ashley Biden. Boy, these Biden kids do not take care of their personal belongings.
What happened?
I mean, Hunter Biden and the 2 laptops. And then you got Ashley Biden's diary shows up. Now, she left the diary behind when she was at a mental facility.
Mm-hmm.
So she was at a mental facility, and she left the diary behind, and Amy Harris gets 1 month in prison and 3 months in home confinement for stealing the Biden the diary. But the truth of the matter is she didn't steal it. She left it behind. And then she gave the diary to Project Veritas for $40,000.
That's why they're punishing her and sent her to jail.
Yes. She left it behind. So if you leave something behind, is it still yours?
No.
Kinda.
Well, not really, depending on where you leave it.
Well, if it has a value, probably yes. But this doesn't have a value. It's a diary.
So if you leave a book at the airport and it doesn't go into Lost and Found, let's not do any of that. Is it still yours if someone else picks it up?
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers, right?
So let me ask you this much. Is the point punishing this lady, or is the point that Ashley Biden in the diary talked about she couldn't take a shower until her dad was sound asleep because her dad would come into the shower with her? Could that be part of...
They are punishing her to keep that quiet.
So the diary, in the diary, she talks about long-term domestic and sexual trauma. Long-term. She talks about her dad coming into the shower and showering with her. What kind of grown man gets in the shower with her with I'm not talking about young kids. I'm not talking about young kids. I'm talking about kids that are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, 13 years old. And by the way, this continued until she left the house.
Herbert.
Well, I mean, and is that still going on? With him sniffing kids and stuff?
Yeah.
There's more to that story.
Well, yeah, but they keep trying to cover all that up. Like, they will actively move cameras and stuff at events when he does those things.
Yeah. So, and by the way, she went into great details about showering with her dad. Not that she wanted the shower with her dad.
That's just sick.
I'm just throwing it out there. So she gets 1 month in jail. Sage Steele from ESPN. Well, she's not with ESPN anymore.
Used to be.
Says she's voting for Trump over Biden. She said it's a no-brainer. Biden has no brainer. And she said it's about policy, not emotion. She said that under Trump, things were better. So another African American says that she's voting for Trump. Smoky Bear Ranger District, Lincoln County Forest, has a prescribed burn coming up, and that burn will be going on today. Just thought I'd put that out there. Volkswagen electric car sales plunge in Europe. You know why? Folks in Europe, you know what they're going to? You have no idea. Tom, do you think it's like coal-powered cars?
Propane.
Propane, yes, propane-powered cars.
That's clean fuel right there.
Well, you're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that.
I thought you were going to say pedaled.
But they are actually going back to petroleum
There you go.
powered cars. So Volkswagen, the electric car sales plunged, and they are putting their cars on the shelf. Guess who else joined them in doing that? Audi and Porsche.
Good for them.
Yeah. Rich people are getting a second passport, citing instability in America. You know, you can always find rich people, the way they invest, the way they act, and that type of stuff, and you should emulate to a certain degree. Wealthy U.S. families increasingly applying for a second citizenship to get that second passport.
I'm not wealthy, and I'm looking into it.
I am actually in the process of getting my Filipino passport, getting my permanent residence, so that I have a Filipino passport also.
We're exploring avenues at our house, and I'm
and
by no
instability.
means rich.
Tom, where are you going, Tom?
I've got my passport. I was going to go to Europe last year, but it didn't turn out to be.
They didn't accept you.
We didn't ask if you have a U.S. passport.
We're talking about a second passport. Packers are going to play the Eagles in the first ever game in Brazil to open the 2024 season. The Packers and the Eagles. Isn't there some instability in Brazil?
Just a little.
Right. That's the first thing I thought when I saw the damn story.
Yeah, but, you know, if we ship some Eagles fans down there to do that game, they're going to fit right in.
Yeah, they probably will. Crazy thing is that NFL, look, it's not as an international sport as much as basketball or soccer.
Or soccer,
Yeah. And it never will be. House Republicans blast cry wolf conservatives who tanked the FISA renewal bill. So House Republican lawmakers left a closed-door meeting on Wednesday, furious that 19 GOP colleagues who blocked the chamber from advancing the bill to renew key surveillance tools for the federal government. Thank God. Thank God. You should not be spying on American citizens.
Absolutely.
You should not be spying. So I'm sorry, Speaker Johnson, if you're mad. But there are some things we should never give up. And that's one of them. You should not be spying on us.
Right.
Even though I get a sneaky suspicion that Apple and Google are actually spying on me, because when I get online and look up a certain brand of shoes, next thing I know, I'm getting all these ads for those shoes. I'm getting a sneaky suspicion that they're spying on us. All right, well, let's get to the boob of the day. It's already 8:41, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical experts on staff. Talk to them about stem cell therapy, ozone therapy, and the cryo chamber. And if you're living in pain, all three of those can help you. Now, if you're feeling maybe a little different lately, and you just got a sneaky suspicion because your body is talking to you that something's not right, you might want to go get that deep dive in your blood work. Now, these guys sit down and spend the time with you to go through all your blood work and then come up with the recommendations. Functional medicine is a way to treat you with natural supplements and natural remedies. Stem cell is actually natural. Ozone therapy is natural. Testosterone replacement is natural. Hormonal replacement is also. Optimization is also natural. 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Remember yesterday the guy said that I was on steroids? I bet he's talking about testosterone.
Yeah, probably.
But testosterone is actually a hormone. It's not a steroid.
Right.
But God bless you.
Right.
God bless you. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics.
So $5 says, in this guy's life, someone told him you can't do anything right. So 56-year-old Roger Foster, he's originally from Long Island, New York, but now lives in the Villages in Florida. He was back in New York on Monday when he got into a high-speed chase with the cops. They responded to a domestic incident after he allegedly went to his ex-wife's work and slashed her tires.
My goodness.
He took off in his Chevy Malibu rental car, but cops eventually caught up with him, and a helicopter joined in the pursuit as well. He drove back and forth on a highway for about 40 minutes and hit speeds over 100 miles an hour, but there was nowhere for him to go. So he apparently just decided, I'm going to Thelma and Louise it, and he drove off a 50-foot cliff.
Oh, my goodness.
Police say he never hit the brakes and he never slowed down. He blew right through the wooden guardrail, ramped off a bluff, went airborne. But luckily for Roger, he's still with us. His car landed in the Long Island Sound in about 4 feet of water.
Oh, man.
And he survived. Officers dove in and pulled him out. He said he was sore. I can't imagine why. But he didn't have any serious injuries. And it looks like the airbags, all went off at the right time, and they saved him. So police took him to the hospital to get checked out, and then they took him to jail. They said there's going to be a long list of charges, but they haven't released what those charges are yet. So trying to run from the cops after slashing your ex-wife's tires and then deciding to Thelma Louise it and then mess that up, you are the boob of the day.
Good news of the day coming up. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Tom on the text up next. Morning show being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror. AtlasMakeupMirror.com. 575-631-3189. Times 1, times 5, times 10 magnification. 3 different mirrors that all pull out. LED lights to take care of the lighting. Yeah, there are 2 things that you need when you're putting on makeup and that type of stuff. Not that I would know. I have a face for radio. But you need it to be lit up, and you need to be able to see what you're doing. Sometimes you need it magnified. So they have 3 different mirrors with LED lights, and it's lightweight, travels easy, weighs less than 4 pounds, and comes with a traveling case. Now, they also have the wall mount version of the Atlas Makeup Mirror. Go online to check them out, atlasmakeupmirror.com, 575-631-3189. Sunny today and 75, 48 tonight, 81 tomorrow, but 25-mile-an-hour winds, and winds sticking around through Saturday. Sunday looking awesome. Tom on the text. Let's get to it.
Elon Musk is trying to overthrow the Brazilian government, says this one text. And breaking news, O.J. Simpson has passed away.
Yeah, I just looked it up, and all the major news things,
Cancer.
within the last couple minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
76.
76 years old. Oh, on the diary, by the way, this text...
Wait. You said, wow. Do you know he lived a lot longer than Goodman and his wife?
Well, yeah.
Wow.
But that was not the wow I was talking about.
It's a different wow. Okay, I got you.
Well, this one...
Get to the text. Go ahead.
This one is on the pedophile, the diary. Maybe she left it behind on purpose to expose her profile, her pedophile dad, says that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
Could be. And doubling down on that, Germ says she basically said in her diary that she believes that her dad had probably sexually assaulted her growing up. Wow. And that is one of the reasons why she has the issues that she has today, and according to Germ this morning. And in 1922, the governor of Arizona was Democrat George Hunt.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Did we talk about 1922?
I don't know.
I thought it was 1864.
1864.
Yeah. And why was Conan O'Brien fired in the first place? Ratings.
Well,
Look,
but
in
he
this
was
business, if your ratings aren't good,
and that was the Tonight Show, the #1 show.
Well, but to be fair, in his defense, all the late night shows were down at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, they remain down.
Mhm.
I mean, the days of Johnny Carson with 3 networks and not a whole bunch to watch, the landscape has changed.
Well, the landscape has changed, but they also have a bunch of hosts that are so politically charged,
Yeah.
that they're not equal anymore.
Johnny Carson did not make he did not do political jokes. Well, he did political jokes,
but he did both sides.
Yeah, he did both. He was an equal opportunity guy. All right, one more, Tom.
Hi, good morning. This is John from Eunice. Those idiots are experts at retreating and could screw up a steel ball with a rubber hammer. And they're going to pretend to tell Israel how to conduct their war. I'd tell NUM and NUTS to go choke his poultry. You freaking idiots, says John from Eunice.
It says chicken. It doesn't say poultry.
But you know what I meant. He was going to say.
What the hell?
Well, read what he said. Tell him to go choke his chicken.
But because that's a nasty term he was saying.
You didn't change it. You just changed the word.
Right. So
you still said the same thing.
So what sounds nasty?
Oh, my God. Kevin.
I mean, not nasty like making videos on a company phone, right?
Nasty. Nasty like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a different type of nasty. I got it. Chino. All right, 8:49. Let's get updated, find out what's going on with news. News being brought to you by Randall Pettigrew, running for his 3rd term in office. Needs your help, needs your vote. Needs your vote. If you're in District 61, he needs your vote, and also needs help running his campaign. If you can donate, go to randallpettigrew.com. Randy has been awarded the A+ rating from CPAC, the most conservative PAC out there, because of his voting record, the way he stands on most conservative issues. He is on the right side of conservative issues and continues to go to Santa Fe and show his wherewithal with battling these progressives and the governor. If you want that to continue, you need Randy Pettigrew in District 61. More information available, randallpettigrew.com. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. 8:50, we're taking a break. Coming back, let's qualify you for the Cash W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling. Permian Toyota in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. Hobbs police investigating a shooting that left 28-year-old Gregory Brooks dead. On Monday at around 10:50, officers responded to the 1000 block of South Linham Street. Reports of a shooting. Officers arrived and seen and found Brooks suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he died from those injuries. Anyone with information on the shooting, you're asked to contact Hobbs Police or Lee County Crime Stoppers. Thousands of acres of public land in southeast New Mexico dropped from oil and gas lease auction scheduled in June after lands were found to be in sensitive geological areas near 2 national parks. Federal agency found extraction in those areas could lead to contamination of the region's water table and collapsed cave systems nearby. The BLM recently published a final notice for its second quarter lease sale planned for June 20th, removing 7 parcels in the Carlsbad area and cutting the sale by over 3,000 acres. As it stands, the sale offered 4 parcels in Eddy County on 760 acres, 5 in Lee County on 480, and 2 parcels in Chavez County on 359 acres for a total of about 1,600 acres. acres in New Mexico. No sooner did artisans officially learn that a new eatery was on its way than ground was being broken this week on the future home of Schlotzsky's on the southeast corner of 10th and Main Streets. The long, empty lot, which was recently sold to a developer by the city of Artesia, will now house the popular sandwich chain that made its exit from Roswell in late 2017. Artesia will also be welcoming another business on the side of the former Tasty Freeze building and a second McDonald's as a yet undisclosed location. That's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
Pops Power Washing Services, LLC has been in business for 9 years and continues to serve the Permian Basin and West Texas area. Specializing in power washing services for the oil field, Pops Power Washing would like to earn your business. Contact Eric and the crew today to get on a maintenance schedule to upkeep your battery facilities, containments, LACT units, all the way down to your wellheads to mitigate possible fines to your company. Fully insured and bonded. Call or text Pops Power Washing Service, LLC at 575-704-0330. That's 704-0330.
Hey, Lee County in West Texas. Rides Amusements is back at the Lee County Event Center. Over 30 rides like the Orbiter, the Himalaya, the Vertigo 90-foot Tower, Zero Gravity, and new this year, the Lamborghini Flying Carousel. For the kids, Jumbo, the Flying Elephants, the Carousel, the wet boats in real water, live pony rides, and more. Enjoy the cotton candy, funnel cakes, lemonade, and handmade pizza. Get a wristband and ride all you want all day for just $35. Now through Sunday, April 14th at the Lee County Event Center.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Here's your chance to rip off the tax man. Now through April 15th, everything at the Working Guys store is tax-free. That's right, zip, zero, no tax on work boots, FR jeans and shirts, coolers and accessories, caps, western wear, scrubs, work gloves. The price you see is all you pay. We'll pay the tax. But hurry, tax-free ends April 15th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
The United Way of Eddy County's Cinco de Mayo Golf Tournament is coming soon. The tournament will be May 4th at Riverside Country Club. The three-person scramble is sponsored by M&J Services and many others. There will also be Pro Shop credit payouts per flight and meals courtesy of Kyvek Energy Services and Peñasco Services. Come celebrate Cinco de Mayo at the United Way's three-person fundraiser scramble. For more information, please call 575-628-0056. This ad paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
You could pay more for a new Toyota, but why would you when you can spend less at Permian Toyota? Get 4.99% financing on new Camrys, Corollas, Crown, RAV4s, Highlanders, and Tundra. We'll earn your business with price, selection, and great customer service. No tricks, no gimmicks, just great deals. Rush to Permian Toyota or PermianToyota.com.
Permian Toyota!
3500 North Crime Street.
Toyota Center, USA.
Terms available on approved credit through Toyota Financial Services. See dealer for details. Expires 4/30/24.
Friday, April the 19th, the Castro Activity Center, home of Thunderbirds basketball on the New Mexico Junior College campus. With the first ever concert spectacular, Caldwell Entertainment featuring the hits of the Eagles, the Doobie Brothers, Fleetwood Mac, and Whitney Houston. Then we switch gears for Fearless, the NMJC touring ensemble performing top 40 hits like Post Malone, Jelly Roll, a 90s throwback tribute, and much more. It's completely free to the public. It starts at 7 p.m. on Friday, April the 19th at the Castro Activity Center on NMJC campus.
There's hundreds of inflation fighting specials this week at Bob's Rickway. Like chicken drumstick, 58 cents a pound. Choice T-bone steak, $8.99 a pound. Honeycrisp apples, just 99 cents a pound. And get extra large fancy oranges, 2 for $1. Food Club bread, 98 cents a loaf, along with the Panhandle tea and lemonade, 2 gallons for just $5. Captain Crunch cereals, 2 of the big giant boxes, just $6. And get the Yoplait Go-Gurts, the big 8-pack, 2 for $5. And these are just a few of over 150 big inflation-fighting specials this week, where you find the quality, value, and the service, and where your grocery dollar always goes farther. Bob's Rickway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
I know he's an early riser.
We don't get fooled again.
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
Are you listening to me? Because I'm about to unload. Ha ha!
Welcome back to another day at the Masters. With golf terms like ace, birdie, eagle, bogey, McCall, singer, Whamalama Ding Dong, and of course the Boom Shakalaka. The Masters continues on CBS.
Always wanted that guy's job. Pretty damn cool. 858 KWMW Malgemore 105.1 FM. We're being the Breakfast Club. Donald Trump wins again yesterday. Federal judge overseeing the classified document case against former President Donald Trump rebuked the special counselor Jack Smith's response to the lawsuit, ultimately granting his request to redact the names of the witnesses in the case. And the order that came out yesterday, the federal judge wrote that Smith had failed to provide a good argument against the group of media outlets who filed the lawsuit to block Smith's request to redact the names of witnesses in the case. But she ultimately granted the request to the special counsel to prevent the names from being released. Her order noted that the prosecutor allegedly failed to provide good argument on multiple occasions. So he is not that good with the written language. In some cases, he failed to give any response, but she still granted him the right to redact the names. Isn't it a law that you have the right to know who your accusers are?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's the short answer is yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Seattle dance team said that they were told that their American flag shirts made audience members feel triggered and unsafe.
What?
Say what? It's the American flag. You live in America.
Well, sort of. Remember where they were.
Yeah.
They
members of the regional women's country line dancing. You can't get any more country
Right.
than damn line dancing. So the convention was in Seattle, and organizers claimed the American flag theme shirts made attendees feel triggered and unsafe. Well, hee-haw, get your butt out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So over the weekend,
I would have made them wear them all weekend.
Yeah, the Rain County Dance Association and LGBTQ dance community.
Wait a minute.
Said,
what does LGBTQ have anything to do with that? They live in America. They're Americans.
Well, that's what I don't get.
I know.
So
I know
anyway,
people who are of those persuasions, and they're very proud to be
gay
Americans.
people that are not triggered by the American flag.
No, they're proud to be Americans.
So I don't get this whole thing. I really don't get why the American flag would trigger anybody that's in America. I don't get it. I have no idea I don't get it. Brian Robinson, 47 years old, was arrested in Albuquerque by Albuquerque PD. They suspect him of stealing $50,000 worth of copper wiring from the Albuquerque Transit Center. Where could that go wrong for the transit center? Detectives arrested Robinson as they conducted surveillance on him and watched him enter and exit a Lowe's store. Detectives also took Emma Brown into custody at the same time. Firefighters recognized the truck that Robinson and Brown were driving to the Lowe's as being the people that were part of the metal theft. So they've been busted. Tom, you have any idea who Cornel West is?
The guy who invented corn nuts? No?
Yep, he's the guy that invented corn nuts.
Why would he be the guy that invented corn nuts? Because his name is Cornell.
Well, there you go. Cornell nuts.
Well, I'm not saying he's not nuts, but he didn't invent any car nuts.
He
Anyway,
is
he's
a
running.
professor running for president.
Yes. So where was he a professor before? Was it Harvard?
Yes,
Or-
Harvard.
Yeah, Harvard. So, look, the guy is extremely intelligent, but also a socialist.
Very, very social.
I mean, look, he makes Fidel Castro look like a conservative.
Yes.
So, independent candidate Cornel West, who is African American, that could take some African American votes away from Joe Biden, has decided who his running mate will be. His running mate is Dr. Melinda Abdullah. West announced this yesterday on the Travis Smiley Show. Travis Smiley's show is the biggest African American radio show. Well, Tom Joyner and Travis Smiley probably neck and neck. Abdullah is the former chairwoman of the Pan African Studies.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, she is, but bigger than that. She is the co-founder of Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
That's who she is.
She must be a lesbian. Because the co-founders of Black Lives Matters were communist lesbians.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got it. So do you think they'll take some votes away from Joe Biden, some black votes away from Joe Biden?
Probably a few.
Yeah, probably a few. I just don't know if they have the ability to steal math. I think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has a better chance to steal votes away.
Well, he will. RFK Jr. will, but the super extremist black votes, this pair will take.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Tom on the text morning show being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North End in Roswell. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, they've got them all. You can find them in Roswell. Closed on Saturday, open on Sunday. Ladies, if you've been thinking about getting a firearm or personal protection, they've got non-lethal personal protection if you need that. It is a crazy time that we live in. It really, I know I say that often, but it really, really is. If you're living in Roswell, I want you to just think about all the murders and shootings and crazy stuff that is going on in Roswell. Not just in Roswell. I'm not picking on Roswell. But there are crazy things that are happening in this world today. And you might not feel safe with that. Look, these guys have over 1,000 guns in stock, one of the largest gun dealers around. And also, when it comes to ammo and cleaning supplies, they can tune up your bow. They can do all of that. 1907 North End in Roswell. Check them out today. Tom on the text, we're going to come back and talk about the best states and the worst states to retire. Now, they've been trying to sell New Mexico as a state that was good for retirees.
I'm retired.
I'm going to get to that next. Tom, do you think New Mexico's a good place to retire?
Well, I'm retired now, so yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
It does for him, yeah.
So if you have a hemorrhoid, every retiree should have a hemorrhoid too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Get to the text.
So line dancing is for fake country people, says this one text. There is no cow in them, period. And drugstore cowboys, they line dance too, says the texter. And rip O.J. Simpson, says this one text. And dang, O.J.
That would be rest in damn peace.
But he didn't.
And let me just say this. Nicole and Goldman died a long time ago.
Right.
And I see it on Facebook. All these people, rest in peace, O.J. Simpson.
I don't think they meant it that way. I think they meant rip O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson's son is still alive.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that think he's actually the one that did the killing.
2 people did this that night.
No. There's a lot of people that think O.J.'s son did it because there's a bunch of different things they point to. But one of the first things they point to is when O.J. first hired a lawyer, he hired a lawyer for his son. He didn't hire a lawyer for himself until the next day.
Huh. How old was that kid?
20-something back then.
Yeah, he was 20-something.
Okay, that wasn't Nicole's kid.
No.
No, okay, gotcha.
Previous marriage. But I always thought there was two
I
people
think
here.
O.J. Simpson did it, and maybe now we can find out who really did it, right? Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Well, if he leaves,
Well,
leaves
according
a
to the
confession-
Tom report.
Yeah.
Continue, Tom.
All right. So Whoopi, such a POS, says this text. She claims that Republicans want to bring back slavery approximately 1 month after she says on national TV that she had a dream where Joe Biden rounded up all the Republicans and put them in jail. So she's full of hate. I believe if she could do something like that, she would, says John from Eunice this morning. And another OJ passed away again, and we're going to hear a lot on the news about conspiracy theories today, for sure.
Dude from
He had
Lovington.
cancer, Tom. What are we going to hear about conspiracy theories?
Well,
He died from cancer.
If he did it or not.
And Kevin, dude from Lovington, saying, dang, OJ ain't never going to catch them killers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And Kevin, do you remember the song Rapper's Delight?
I sure do. I sure do.
It's in the recesses of my brain. I probably still know most of
Sugar Hill Gang,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
And maybe
Sugar
the
Hill Gang.
Excuse me, maybe the
Hill?
crybaby illegals would go, if they would go through what my ancestors went through when they came to our country in the 1800s. Says
By the way, there were no giveaway programs in the 1800s. None. Not one. All right, where does New Mexico stand when it comes to best or worst states to retire? We're like middle ground.
Yeah, I would
New
guess.
Mexico. The best state to retire in, Tom Pickett.
I would have to say Florida.
Florida is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two.
Texas.
Arizona.
Arizona?
Nope.
What does it be?
Colorado. Number two.
Cold on me.
Virginia. Number three. I'd have never guessed that. Delaware, number four. Wyoming, number five. Idaho, number six. New Hampshire, number seven. Minnesota. Well, I'm not going in.
These are all cold states, baby. Why would it retire one?
Montana and Pennsylvania. They say the worst
Not
states
on
to
weather.
retire in.
Not based on
No.
weather.
It ain't income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they look at multiple metrics when they look at these type of things.
And where do we rank
And-
it?
Well, New Mexico taxes your Social Security, so that's bad
Yes.
for retirees.
Yes.
Yes.
So study ranks all 50 states across 46 key metrics, including affordability, quality of life, and health care. New Mexico ranks near the middle of the pack at 31st.
Because we have a lot of
Yes.
rural areas that don't have immediate access to health care, and we tax Social Security, and we do things that kind of go against retirees.
So Kentucky ranks the worst state to retire in. Kentucky is beautiful, though.
Right.
Yeah, but they've got
just beautiful.
Got a lot of horses down there.
And Arkansas also ranks towards the bottom of the pack.
Another beautiful state.
Yeah. Florida woman accused of posing as a teen homeschooler for sex with a child was arrested again. This woman is accused of posing as a 14-year-old homeschooler while having sexual relationship with a teenager, and she's 23 years old. And this is not her first time being arrested. Evidently, she has a messed up tick in her head where she can't go find another 23-year-old. So she starts a relationship with 14-year-olds. Tom, hate to tell you this, Taylor Damn Swift is a climate change hardliner. And her Eras Tour, carbon emissions nearly 9 times the average American's annual footprint. 9 times higher. Private planes all over the place. Unbelievable. All right, 911 text line 877-396-W105. You got to get to the Butcher Block if you haven't had breakfast. Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill. Family-run business, 30-plus years of experience in the meat industry. And when it comes to their grill, part of the reason their food is so great is that the meat is so much better. It is. Get your burger patties there, maybe having a weekend get-together. They can take care of your steaks and pork chops and custom cut meat, not a problem. They have smoked meats in there. They have a huge selection of beef jerky. By the way, you can place your order and then pick it up through the drive-thru if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
They have smoked meats. And, of course, right now they're serving up breakfast. The breakfast platters and the burritos, biscuits and gravy, I am told, is off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Awesome.
Delicious bacon and eggs and hash browns and pancakes. Yeah, now that you're hungry, get over there. Give them a call in advance. 575-739-7778. Like them on Facebook. And if you like them on Facebook, you get the daily lunch specials and the weekly meat specials. 1422 South Main and Lovington. Tom on the text before we take a break. Good news on the way.
All right, on the pet, our question of the day, my favorite pet I had, one of my English bulldogs were Meaty, and my current dog, bully pet, Gustavo, says the text. That was their favorite pets.
Aw.
Yeah. And New Mexico rates #1 in violent crimes, too, says this one text, by percentage
Well,
in the
that's
United
one of
States.
the metrics, crime.
Yeah. Ain't going over there, that's for sure.
Because a lot of retirees end up being the victims of those crimes.
Yeah.
Did you see the lady walk in the church in New York City?
Yes. And
Walk in the
got
church,
attacked.
and this guy,
Yes, I saw that.
she had a fractured skull and actually walked home to call somebody. That's one tough woman. Sad story that you have to put up with a bunch of thugs that won't get off their behind to go to work. Pretty
Keep going,
sad.
Tom.
Okay, my favorite dog was Dottie. She was a blue heeler, border collie mix, too. When she was a pup, I put her on my three-wheeler ATC and went for a ride. So every time after that, I would walk by that bike, she would jump on it. We would do wheelies and jumps and wrecks, and she would be right there all the time, says Digger Bill on his favorite dog or favorite pet. And there we go, B.
Thank you, Tom. God bless you. Good news of the day coming up in just a second. 8:14. I didn't play this cut. Pennsylvania undecided voters. See, there's still a lot of people that haven't made up their mind. Joe Biden or Donald Trump. So they're undecided, but these Pennsylvania undecided voters got together and had a discussion. Here's some of that.
Raise your hand if you think President Trump's policies on the economy would be better for your family personally. Raise your hand. All right, so that is everybody. President Biden argues that his economic record has been very good. He said President Trump's was not as good. What are you keying off of? Sean, since you had the best smile in Virginia, the second best smile, what are you keying off of to say President Trump's economic policies would be better for you?
I mean, my past performance of my 401k. I know it was post 2020 and everything kind of flipped around, but you can't blame everything on 2020 for forever.
We have areas here in Pennsylvania where it's just at a standstill right now. Like, things are supposed to be being built and the interest rates are just way too high for people to invest and start moving.
And by the way, there's no relief in sight when it comes to interest rates. Yeah, there is no relief in sight. The feds are not lowering the interest rates.
No,
so
because
if you're
inflation is still staggering.
Right.
You know, the president can claim it's down, but it's only down from the highest point that he made it.
Right.
It's still up.
Even at ABC, I mean, they love Biden. Yep. They love the Democratic Party. Here's the ABC Bionomics poll.
Prices is too high.
The Consumer Price Index up 3.5 from a year ago, fueled by higher costs for rent, car insurance, clothes, medical care, and gas.
I used to fill it up for $35. It was a beautiful thing.
And now it's 45.
45, and sometimes it's 60 between food and gas. It's had a big impact.
At Alexandria Jones Vintage Shop in Chicago, rent just jumped from $1,400 to $1,800 a month.
I have to do a sale. I have to bring people in just so I can be able to deal with what is, the inevitable of my rent being $400 more than it was.
To combat inflation, the Fed increased borrowing costs to a 22-year high. making it more expensive to pay for a new mortgage, car, or credit card debt.
We are in deep doo-doo, and I hope everybody is waking the heck up. That's all I have to say. Wake the heck up. All right, 17 after 9. We're coming back. Good news of the day on the way. News this morning being brought to you by David Trujillo, County Commission, District 1. He is running for that position. He is a Republican. He is a veteran. He is a guy that's worked in the, as far as Lovington, and he's been the mayor, the city commissioner. He's been the mayor pro tem, and also Desert Storm Army veteran for 15-plus years. He works in the oil and gas industry, so big supporter of the oil and gas industry. He understands the ups and downs in the oil patch when it comes to funding for the county or the municipality. He understands that. Also understands how to go get our share of money from the state when it comes to capital improvement projects, and has been instrumental in lobbying the state for that Main Street project, which is a $21 million road construction project. More information on David Trujillo. You can find him on Facebook. And this message paid for by David Trujillo, Republican, running for County Commission District 1 in Lee County. Taking a break, 9:18. Be in the Breakfast Club. Good news of the day up next.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
Permian Toyota in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Another report, this one on wholesale prices, shows inflation sticking around.
The Producer Price Index rose just 0.2% from February to March. The reading is the same for core monthly PPI, excluding food and energy, an improvement from the previous month. Though the PPI for the year ending in March was up 2.1%, the strongest reading in 11 months.
Fox's Jenny Casola. The head of U.S. Central Command, General Michael Eric Kurilla, is in Israel to talk about preparing for a possible attack by Iran.
Iranian officials have threatened retaliation against Israel after an attack in Syria that led to the death of an Iranian general. The high-ranking Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps officer was killed inside a building near the Iranian embassy in Damascus. Iranian leaders claim the building was a consulate and an attack on its soil.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. America's listening to Fox News.
This is Senator Stephen McCutcheon. Our way of life is under attack every day by the radical progressives in Santa Fe. Politicians like to talk, but I'm fighting for our community day in and day out to defend the values we hold dear. As a rancher, oil and gas contractor, and conservative fighter, I'm defending our way of life. I fought to secure the border, increased penalties for drug cartels, stood up to the woke left in Santa Fe trying to take our guns away, but I'll never let them. That's why I'm proud to be the only candidate in the campaign for Senate District 42 endorsed by the National Rifle Association, because I'll always fight for our God-given rights. And my very first act as your senator was to impeach Michelle Lujan Grisham. My values are deeply rooted in our community. As a father of 4, I'm fighting to make New Mexico better for the next generation. I'd be honored to have your vote in the Republican June 4th primary. Paid for by Stephen McCutcheon for Senate.
MTD Radio presents its Spring Job Fair Saturday, April 27th at the Lee County Event Center in Hobbs. Whether your business needs seasonal employees for the summer or permanent employees, whether you're looking for part-time staff or full-time staff, this is an opportunity to get face-to-face with potential employees. If your business would like a booth at this event, call or text Gloria Estrada at 575-390-3569. Again, that's 575-390-3569.
This week at La Tienda Carlsbad, family pack country style pork ribs, $1.88 a pound. Choice beef bottom round roast, $4.88 a pound. And family pack T-bone steaks, $8.99 a pound. Get white onions, 2 pounds for $1. Honeycrisp apples, 99 cents a pound. Extra large black seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. Deli deals include fresh sliced bologna, $3.99 a pound. Smoked turkey breast, $6.79 a pound. Baby Swiss cheese, $8.49 a pound. And your choice of roast beef, corned beef, or beef pastrami for $11.99 a pound. Sale ends April 13th at La Tienda Thriftway, 1301 South Canal in Carlsbad.
The United Way of Eddy County's Cinco de Mayo Golf Tournament is coming soon. The tournament will be May 4th at Riverside Country Club. The three-person scramble is sponsored by M&J Services and many others. There will also be Pro Shop credit payouts per flight and meals courtesy of Kyvek Energy Services and Peñasco Services. Come celebrate Cinco de Mayo at the United Way's three-person fundraiser scramble. For more information, please call 575-628-0056. This ad paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
It's Cash Mania this April at Inn of the Mountain Gods. Play Saturdays with your Apache Spirit Club card to earn entries into the $72,000 Cash Mania drawing. You could win up to $5,000 cash. The $72,000 Cash Mania drawing. Saturdays in April. Only at Inn of the Mountain Gods. Must be 21 or older. Visit innofthemountaingods.com or see Apache Spirit Club booth for details.
Artesia, it's back. Red Zone 2024 is coming Saturday, April 13th to the Bulldog Pit, featuring a night with 2024 Rookie of the Year and two-time Heisman Trophy finalist C.J. Stroud. Doors open at 6 p.m. Event begins at 7. Tickets are free of charge, but you must have one to enter. Free tickets can be picked up beforehand at the Artesia Chamber of Commerce. Red Zone 2024 featuring C.J. Stroud is a presentation of myashley.org, a local charity with the focus of combating the epidemic of drunk driving after the Richards daughter, Ashley Richards, tragically lost her life in 2009 to a drunk driver. Show your support and see C.J. Stroud in Artesia at the Bulldog Pit, Saturday, April 13th at 7 p.m. For free tickets and more information about Red Zone 2024, please contact the Artesia Chamber of Commerce.
OMG, is that actually an egg frying on my hood?
No, I think it may be all those bugs stuck to your grill starting to cook. Ugh, hard to say. I can't see through the layers of desert dirt all over my windshield.
Wait, what is this? Am I pulling into a car wash? Oh, yeah!
We're gonna get so wet! Hey, we clean up nice.
Visit your local area Mighty Wash in West Texas, Hobbs, Carlsbad, and now open in Lovington, New Mexico. Be sure to ask about the Mighty Wash Unlimited plan, good at any Mighty Wash. Visit mymightywwash.com for pricing and locations.
I thought you said we were going to do something fun.
This is fun.
Pizza and Netflix? Are you kidding me?
It's a good movie.
I'm done with you.
Are you tired of the same old routine? Life gets boring, doesn't it? Well, it's party time at Cal's Cactus Lanes, now under new management. We're out with the old and in with the new. It's time for some.
Oh, yeah.
Come check out the new and improved party place and bring the family for some cosmic bowling fun every Friday and Saturday. You want to throw a party?
I love parties.
Well, let the good times roll at Cal's Cactus Lanes. And when you're done rolling strikes, visit Cal's Shade Western for the best drinks this side of the Mississippi.
I thought we lived on the Pecos.
Cal's Cactus Lanes, now newly remodeled and under new management. You can even book your parties there. Call 575-887-1933 or go by 1611 South Canal Street in Carlsbad.
It's amazing.
Cal's Cactus Lanes is an equal opportunity employer. Apply within.
Back on the chain, yeah. Now, back to the show.
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
It's about damn time.
Hi, I'm Crystal. Happy National Pet Day. I was the penthouse pet, I don't know, maybe around August of 1991. I just remember it was hot, and I burnt my muffin during that outdoor shoot. Speaking of hot, flapjacks are up, and they ain't gonna serve themselves. Happy Pet Day.
Yeah, old Crystal. Yeah, I think I remember that issue. 926. Good news of the day on the way. Tradio is still to come.
Yep.
Russ Black will be in with Tradio coming up in just a second. New York City reached an agreement to pay $17.5 million to settle a class action lawsuit filed by two Muslim women who police say violated their rights. They said police violated their rights because they were told to remove their hijab before taking a mugshot.
Yes, because the idea of the mugshot is to see your face.
Yes, but the city is paying them $17.5 million.
Wow.
$1 million. Unbelievable. Tom on the text quickly.
All right, Don, the pet of the day, or your best friend. This one says, I went outside this morning and found my dog not doing well. 13 years old, and he had a good life. That is my best friend, he says. So, now, is it true that dogs age 7 years every year?
No.
Huh?
That's
a myth?
That's a simplified version of it.
So how old do they age every year? 1 year?
If there's a chart I'll have to point you to.
Oh, okay.
It's not a set number every year.
What's not? I didn't know either.
I know.
So, now my cat, he ages every year, 1 year. So,
can you read the damn text? It's 9:28.
Best dog ever.
Yeah, and I got a lot of good news. So.
Best dog ever, an Oso, 145-pound Anatolian Shepherd. Anatolian Shepherd. And I'm 5'10", and he's bigger than me, says the text.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They like to kill things and bury them feet up.
Oh, do they? Okay. Mm-hmm. I've never seen one of them Anatolian deals. And I've got a favorite pet, got out of the fence, missing. Could you put it out there that he's missing in Roswell? He's a Yorkie mix. Oh, okay. He'll be kind of...
Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance agent Herschel Rustin Hayes and Tom's Damn Cat also. 1105 East 2nd in Lovington. 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, and commercial insurance, and meow to you. Good news of the day.
I had 3, but we're cutting it down to 2, Tom. A guy in Maryland heard his local 7-Eleven sold 2 Powerball tickets worth $1 million each.
Ooh.
And it turned out they both belonged to him. Because he bought 2 lottery tickets at the same time, and he bought them with the same numbers by mistake. He called his wife after he scanned the first one, and they both cried because they won $1 million. Then he called her back and let her know they won again. And again, we've been talking about it. Happy National Pet Day. There's a place in Nashville called Old Friends Senior Dog Sanctuary that takes in senior dogs who have medical issues. It opened in 2012, and it's completely funded by donations. So your senior year in high school is your 12th year. So for the 12th anniversary this month, they threw the dogs a senior prom and called it the Geezer Gala. Employees and donors dressed up for it, and they also dressed the dogs up for it. And they even elected a prom king and queen from the senior dogs. And that is your good news of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. If I hear one more thing about those damn cats, I swear I'm flying back to the United States. 9:30, Tradio saves the day. I'm out of here. 9:30, Tradio up next. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. If you need to cool off your house for your cats, you better call Enrique Rocha. Give him a call today. Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. Hey, look, these guys aren't your typical, HVAC guys. They know a lot about new technology like the inverter-driven heat pump that will save you a lot of money if you're looking to upgrade your old system. Financing is available. 575-631-1999. Call them today. We're out of here. Friday edition tomorrow, and more cat stories from Tom tomorrow morning. Say bye, Tom.
Meow.
Yes. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Tradio next.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington.